2 scout kills, 3 kills, and they're going to be able to roll this for sure.
Yeah, Witness Gaming didn't even play a mid. They showed up to Valley and they died there. And now, as you said, it's going to be even Ubers, but they do have enough players to just take second.
Yeah, potentially able to pressure last a little bit as well. No NG, no heavy, nothing. The sack is coming in directly on, and nice. Get the kill before the Ubers are even in play. Another kill, and they could actually just potentially keep going. They have full ad, full Uber, no medic.
Yep. Medic dying on high Uber, that has to be kind of tilting for them. Coming in through dungeon is Divine, leading this Uber. Unflashing the scout on point. Look at the cap time. Where's Witness Gaming?
All in spawn, and yeah, just a free round. I mean, not much more to say. They rolled that super hard, but I mean, that's exactly what you need. The banning timer has not even come into effect yet, and they already have that first round, so the comeback is absolutely possible now. Especially if they can keep up the mids like they just had.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. This time Caps is rolling out towards Choke. They do not like what happened in Valley last time. Sax is fast rolling out though, hitting some good spam onto Caps, all the way down to like 20 health there at the start of mid. Kind of a reverse of last mid. We're mirroring each other now. No teams going into each other.
Yeah, so might just be a bit slower.
Yeah, we saw a high bomb from Saxophone doing some distraction, but it's actually going to be Averted who dies on the left side. Wonder follows it up by bombing into Choke and getting 2 kills. Quack's bombing the bell tower, binding one into Sax, and then behind is Fruit causing a distraction, but Wonder's on the other side as well, and it's going to be
so much damage with that bomb. And they can just clean everyone. That's 2 scouts can just chase all the way. I think they're just going to clean everybody up, just the medic, and nice collapse.
Yeah, that was just a more drawn-out version of last mid. Witness Gaming just got stuck in one of the doors. This time it was Cafe, and then they just lost everyone.
Yeah, so now a chance to quickly tie it up 2-2 here if they can convert. They're going to get second for free. Better setup this time for Witness Gaming on last, though. Last time they dropped the med, there was no gun, there was no heavy, they were down a guy. This time they're going to get their full setup, so, you know, they're going to have a better chance to lock this down. But it's a ginormous ad, full 100% ad for them.
Definitely. We do see Sniper on for Logan. He has been hitting great shots. A demo main, as most know him, but he's been playing Scout this season, and he really just hasn't been missing those off classes.
They do get the gun, though. This is huge, so now they can just push in. No gun to worry about. They can just cross point here, collapse, play the point. I guess they do have a level 1 behind point. Fancy dies immediately. That's not what they needed. They get the trade, but they don't have great positioning for this post, and yeah, I think they're just going to have to back up there.
Yeah, Wonder tried to collapse on left, but no one got the memo, apparently. They were already wanting to leave. And it's going to be Quacks maybe caught out, but they can't chase it up. GCF is only 2 up now. Kind of stayed in a little too long, and now they might just lose mid without getting a force.
Yeah, I think they were surprised by that level 1 behind point because they didn't shoot it and it started shooting them and they had to like go double back and destroy it. It took so long they couldn't collapse, and their flank on the left side there just got killed, and that was it. So now Witness Gaming pushing back into mid quickly, taking all the space, and they're gonna get it for free. So very nice. They still have ad to go into 2 as well.
Yeah. Witness Gaming doesn't care that they don't have the cap. They're just Ubering straight through, bombing their demo. Divine leaves through Shutter, but it looks like on the other side Saxophone's caught. Only 1 kill probably isn't what Witness Gaming was going for, though.
Yeah, everyone else will make it out, and they could potentially commit back in here with their own Uber. Pushing out a last, you know, not an ideal situation for Uber, but they have massive ad to try to make it work.
Yeah. Caps is already spamming top right, but, you know, if they're in lobby and that Uber comes out, it could be really bad for them. Fancy Sun led it through the right side. Looks like Witness Gaming backed up. They're holding kind of towards Valley and Choke. GCF is going to be going lower into Dungeon. That might actually counter this hold pretty well.
Yeah, this is great. And they can clear the trap shutter. The rest of their team can get in. And that's going to be pretty much no fuss here. They are going to try to go for a back cap, it looks like. But there's enough people in lobby to just clean them up.
Yeah, and when a back cap goes bad, it goes bad. That's down 3. GCF Wonder in Valley died. No force. Unfortunate for him. Might still be enough to push, though. Although
they get the spawns. Wow. Just in time. I mean, it's going to be even now. They're probably going to have to chill. Very close to denying those 2 players. That would have been ideal, but not able to do it. So it's going to stabilize on second. And I guess it works out for Witness Gaming. They're going to be content with that. But they're flooding in very aggressively. And this is not working too well, though. I wonder why Divide was so far back there, because like it was even. They're gonna kill the med, I guess. But they're not gonna have a lot of combat classes in the post.
Oh no, Wonder waddled out the demo and only barely got him at the end. 3 up for Witness Gaming. Saxophone bombs in, dies. Bot mode just doesn't care about the demo man and Shutter, just runs straight at him. He's continuing to chase it down. Bot mode's on a tear.
That was insane from bot mode, yeah. And does get cleaned up, but that's like a few kills there, easily enough to stabilize for Witness, and they can take second. Very weird, like, Witness just flooded choke, and Divine was so far back that he couldn't use the Uber to, like, save players in front, and they had to just back up. Both scouts died, so your post-Uber is always going to be pretty trash in that case. So they're going to be forced back to last with a slight ad. They did kill the medic in that, so that's good, but 20 ad pushing out a Sunshine last, I don't know if you really want to go for that, especially in Bandy Timer.
Yeah, it looks like GCF thought better of it. Maybe just spamming, seeing if they could get a free kill. Didn't get anything, and now they're doing what has kind of become the traditional hold, playing their medic by the boiler.
Yeah, they're getting it set up early. Again, they did a slight ad, but they're not going to do anything with that. No off losses on the side of Witness Gaming. 3 minutes on the round timer, so they have a bit of time to figure out what they want to do here. Break this hold.
I don't think the stream caught it, but 2 rounds ago, they didn't do this hold and their medic got forced, so it looks like they've switched it up now.
Okay.
And they are running a spy.
That's interesting. He's out. He's out of this point, yeah. This will definitely be unexpected. He's in dungeon right now. Not really close to doing anything soon, but that's fine. You know, Witness Gaming is just pressuring, trying to stack, maybe spam the gun, get a kill on the demo, big kill, and Quacks dies to the spy. So now they have 2 explosive kills. It's actually a decent kill. They can actually push out here. They know where the soldier is. They know what's free, and all the doors cannot be locked by this one guy. They walk through Shutter for free. This is very nice. The spy actually making some big impact there.
Yeah, bot mode wants to take this exchange, pops off first, but look at that. Divine has like 30% advantage on that pop, and it's going to be taking patio is GCF, so they have all the positioning here as Witness Gaming kind of gets stuck in Cafe. Wonder bombs into the window side, doing a bunch of damage, but he's the one who actually dies.
And Sax dies as well behind, trying to wrap Cafe. Witness Gaming were very alert to the soldiers there, get both kills, and yeah, it's going to be back to the last, I guess. And potentially, yeah.
And that was a little greedy of Ed. He might live, but...
I guess the cap does slow them down quite a bit, forces one person to stay back. They get their spawners, so this should be okay. They actually dead kill caps, so this is really good now for the side of GCF. They can push back out. Again, 2 explosives, only 1 soldier to hold the doors. Very tough to actually hold this.
Yeah, Fancy Sun might not have got that kill if he wasn't on the Tommyslav, so shout out to Tommyslav. Wonder bombing through bats. Again, really aggressive, kind of just ahead of his team. I'm not sure if
they
that's
get the force, though.
Oh, you're right. It was a distraction play, but Divine doesn't have Uber and he goes down.
No.
Yeah, maybe they were just trying to force, maybe they weren't even sure they had Uber.
Yeah. I mean, that's just going to be the round and the map because of that. Divine must have been close to Uber, right? Because they traded before. But yeah,
I guess they, that's what happens when you go for a play in lobby instead of building.
Right. Yeah, so from a great success to total disaster, and that just ends your map, unfortunately. I'm not sure whose pick this was.
I'm assuming Witness Gaming was the higher seed, so it was probably their pick.
Yeah, good shot. That's definitely right. So, you know, it was a close game, and it was a good comeback from GCF there, but ultimately Witness take it. But, you know, going on to your own map pick, having that comeback in the second half of that map, you know, you're going to feel pretty confident that you can take it on your map if you have a couple of plays up your sleeve.
Yeah, GCF is probably considered by most to be the underdogs. So seeing them take it to what 35-minute, 40-minute almost match, it's definitely what GCF wants. Now it's their map. If they can get a decisive win here, you know, it could carry them over in the 3rd map.
Yeah, absolutely. And they played this map, I believe it was yesterday against Darkest Knights. I think they lost, but it was like decently close.
Oh, that was a super close game. Yeah.
Yeah. So they definitely have a lot of experience on this map. I think that game was interesting because a lot of their plays were just getting hard countered by Sai, where he was like, he pre-trapped IT, I think, on the first mid, and he was like, Sax was basically taken out of the game. But it'll be interesting to see if Witness are as up to date on what GCF are trying to do. So I think that was definitely a big thing that hurt them when they don't have, you know, and your mid are going so badly.
Yeah, for those who haven't been following this season, GCF, or Darkest Nights is the 2nd seed besides for Froyo, who's the 1st seed, and Darkest Nights has kind of become a really good team. So to see GCF play that well against them on this map, I think really speaks to their confidence on it, and might be one of the reasons why they picked it.
Right. So looking at the log, I guess, for the last map. I mean, one thing that stands out to me immediately is just bot mode 35 and 15, top fragging the server by a large amount. Um, so really good plays from bot mode. I guess we would definitely expect that from him. Actually, top damaging the server as well on the flank scout there. So
He's
pretty
on
impressive.
Combo Scout.
Oh, he's on combo scout. Okay, okay. Really, Logan? Okay, so
He,
I guess that makes more sense. But yeah, nice fragging from bot mode. Cap's also doing pretty well. The scouts of GCF, you know, they were holding their own, um, but nobody could really stand up to bot mode, it seemed.
yeah, back in the day, bot mode played Combo Scout a few times. For some reason, played flank on most of the teams. He's always had super good DM, and then I guess the moment he's put on Combo Scout, he just drops 35, and the next highest is 23.
Yeah, big plays from him. I mean, damage-wise, I mean, Cap's out damaging Rooted as well. That always helps. And then also the medic death's pretty even, so nothing too much on that side of things.
Actually, yeah, the drops were that was a high drop game. Divine had
Mm-hmm.
2 drops, and Habada had 3.
Right.
Usually, you don't see that.
I'm not sure. Do we see any of those? I don't know.
Um, I think we saw. Nah, we didn't. Wow, that must have happened. There were like 5 drops in the first 20 minutes. Then.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
So for process, it's kind of surprising how this played out because traditionally process and sunshine are kind of the closest maps
Mm-hmm.
when you think about them. And so it's a little strange to see one team pick sunshine and then another team pick process because it means both teams kind of think that they have an advantage over the other team. Like they both think
Right.
they're better at something.
Yeah.
And
And well, at least given that this last game was pretty close, I think we can expect another close game here, which would be obviously good for us to watch. So that'll be good. One team at GCF has readied up. So do you want to get into some predictions here?
sure, I have to go for GCF. This is their map pick. They got to do it. I'll go 4-2 GCF.
I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna say 4-3, very close game. But I think Witness will just about take it. But I think we should be seeing a really close game, so it should be exciting.
Yeah, definitely. For those who also haven't been following this game too closely, Witness Gaming has a lot of players who were on the Championship G6 team who are off-classing. Either way, we are now live.
All right. Who do you want to watch the first mid here?
I'm going to give it to Caps.
All right. Yeah. Always a good shout on these mids. I'm interested to see what Sax is doing. He has a lot of like the aggressive plays for GCF on the mids. Here he does this high bomb, lands on the right. Caps very aggro on point, early getting some good spam, but it's just probably going to be a slow mid here. Both teams just spamming, taking space slowly.
Yeah, both teams still spamming, doing the traditional central type mid. It seems like Logan's getting a little antsy, coming up on the left side, eating a rocket, surfing away. That's a lot of damage on that scout, and GCF takes the opportunity to run across point. Witness Gaming counter bombs across, but they go down 2 for their trouble getting the demo.
It's a decent trade, but Witness down a player here. They don't really have any other advantages, so they're just going to have to back out. Probably will be able to hold on to second, but yeah, good mid from GCF. They absorbed the counter bomb there. They took that space, like you said, when the scout was hurt, and then they absorbed those 2 soldiers, kill them off, and take the space and hold mid. So nice job from them, and now they can look to sack into 2 here.
Yeah, definitely showing why they picked this map. Seems like they know their mids. It's going to be Fancy Sun spotting choke. Looks like they're just buffing up. So far, we don't see anyone in any of the side areas. Maybe IT, maybe just peeking. Yeah, they're shoving their soldiers and scout IT. Looks like they're probably not going to get anything here. Witness Gaming's aware of this. Fruit's not going to walk in there and die.
Yeah, good discipline there. Now they're just going to rotate back, maybe look for a different avenue of approach here. You know, there's a lot of different pressures you can do from choke and Al-Qaeda. IT, you know, they just tried IT, now they're going to try the other side of the map at Al-Qaeda here, so we'll see what they're going to try to do. Getting some space at the back door here pretty safely. And they can potentially walk on a point here. They send a fade, just looking for anything, but nothing really going on, and they're going to have to probably build up here.
Wonder tried to fight IT during that and got spotted. He probably wanted to sack that way.
Okay. That's an interesting one. They get a quick kill on Quacks, though. This is nice. And they have so much space all of a sudden. Like, 1 kill and everything is just opened up. Look at the space they're taking. Witness hiding behind the point now, not really occupying the height as much, so this is really nice for a prolonged fight for GCF here.
Yeah, somehow GCF just wasn't able to do anything. I guess they sent Wonder behind you, gets the first! Let's see if they manage to force it. Oh, GCF doesn't care, they're staying in. They say, our Uber's better. We don't care, we're just gonna catch your medic out. How about it down to 2 HP?
Nice, good kill. And they're chilling, there's one soldier in for the collapse now. Trying to get on Divine, but Divine looks like they'll just be fine, and the cleanup is in. So really nice play from GCF after that one kill. Everything just turned in their favor, and they could potentially roll this to last.
Yeah, Logan deciding better than to just throw the life away. Ran away, probably gonna play, yep, the Puzza man. And surprisingly, the Uber advantage is not as big as you would think. If Hubada hard built this from the start, it would be a lot closer. It was only like 18% at the start.
Wow. Yeah, but it is going to be enough to go off of here. It is like 25 because they haven't been building as well. So this is definitely go, and they obviously know they should have had in theory, right? Because they killed the med. So they're definitely going to try to go off of this. Gun right spawn, scout building up top, which makes sense because it's pretty close on Ubers. It's definitely winnable. They're going to go through 4 here, get the gun quickly, play the point. And this is really nice cap time. This is going to be hard to hold, I think, with this much cap time.
Yeah, and Hubada died at 98. That's why you build early, and that's gonna be the round. And I think it really has to be said. They wanted to give those buffs out, but I'm not sure you have to give those buffs out until you think the team's actually really close to Uber.
Yeah, that's gonna really be punishing for them. So, quick round for GCF, really nice. I think everything they did was good. Their mid was good, their second pressure was good, and the last push was clinical. So, you really like to see that from GCF on their map picks. And now we're on mid again.
Yeah, Sax on the red crate early, just getting some spam off. Both teams, again, mirroring each other. It looks like Witness Gaming doesn't want to change anything too much. Having Logan actually run across the high ground is a bit of a change there. Bot mode is kind of eating a lot of damage. Fruit bombs onto the health pack. Logan still has all the high ground control. They like what they see. Averted's dead. Quax is nuking. Divine stuck in the death corner. What a great bomb.
Yeah, that was a really... They just slowly took the space away from GCF and then collapsed with really deadly precision. They killed the demo. Divine stuck in the corner, nothing for him to do there. And this is going to be a very, very clean mid on the side of WG, coming right back, fixing maybe the small mistakes they had in the other mid as Fancy just taunts and dies. But gonna be full ad going last. Their scouts have really late spawns, so you're not going to be able to get the gun up early here. And that's going to be potentially a chance for an easy round.
Yeah, the moment Witness Gaming saw that Logan was just walking on red crate uncontested, they just decided to go forward, and it paid off for them. It's going to be Ed, KJ Quad on Sniper, watching the 5-door. It'll kind of be up to him to get a frag here, otherwise they're just going to be at a full disadvantage. And there it is, Uber coming in. Sax bombed 3-door, gets caught out a bit, but somehow is living. This Uber hasn't really found anything. No cap time either.
Yeah, they kind of split up, and they're going to pay the price for that because now they're holding on the left side. The collapse does come in late. The cap time, though, just nothing on the cap. And yeah, they're going to hold this. Maybe they get the med.
Yeah, bot mode going for it. I think that's the first time he hasn't closed the frag out.
But yeah, you're right. They didn't play point. They didn't collect a frag. They kind of just split up. They had the soldier in heaven who was kind of alone. The scout trying to chase on the right side kind of alone. Everyone just kind of doing their own thing. No one goes to the point. So, GCF felt completely safe on the left side, just chilling, waiting for their players, the Pudas, to get up. And they hold that. And so, now they're going to be able to go into mid with a bit of ad. Bot mode on Sniper, though, in IT. Very far back in IT. Very safe, but potentially a free kill.
Yeah, it seems like GCF is going to avoid that issue by just going through choke, but they're taking quite a bit of time here. Witness Gaming looks very unafraid of this Uber. They have everyone on the high ground staring down at GCF, and GCF doesn't want to use Uber. Divine down to like 15 health, drops to Sticky.
Oh no, and this is potentially disastrous, but Hubada's so low. Doesn't have Uber yet, 93%, but got the pack and will live. Only losing 2 there, so the drop comes in. Yeah, they really didn't want to use that Uber. But eventually, at some point, you gotta just use it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Sax is on the medic. How did he do that? Force. Wow, he might have just saved the round.
Yeah, that's extremely clutch from Sax there. I'm not sure exactly. He was extremely hurt. He went back to get health, and I guess he just gets in unspotted on the med, gets the force, and now they're actually in a decent spot. I mean, they're on last, but it's even Ubers. Process last. You can hold this for sure. Even players no real advantages from a position that was like almost lost there. So really big from Sax.
Yeah, Caps is taking some damage from 3-door. Now, Sack came in. Quacks just bombed onto the point before the gun was up. Maybe he heard the gun was moving. Unfortunately, nothing for him.
Yeah, just a single Sack shouldn't be really too dangerous for WG on the other side of things. But yeah, maybe he tries to go
Oh,
off last
bot
year.
mode's
But
at spawn.
okay, yep. Quacks is nodding at him. He's gonna go sniper, and yeah, this is kind of what you'd expect on process. Sniper very strong. Quad on sniper for the side GCF as well. The gun being built up as well. The dispenser in the good spot. So they have the good setup, but the sniper on bot mode potentially can make some plays as he goes 1 for his first shot.
Yeah, peeking 1. You want to get that wide peek on the medic. And oh my god, Wonder just... Bot mode doesn't miss.
He doesn't, and this is a huge thing. With one soldier down, it's really hard to hold these doors. They get a soldier into heaven, Fruit, but the gun kind of just denies everything. It was an interesting idea. So they get a soldier in heaven, the other soldier bombed, but the gun just kind of denied them.
He headshot the demo too. I mean, he's 2 for 2 on those scopes.
And now he's going 5, uncontested 5.
Oh my god! You can't let that happen. He just walks in, shoots Hubada. This guy's a menace. GCF.
He really didn't miss at all.
Oh, he shoots Divine, yeah. Man, that has to be tilting.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair though, he just like didn't miss. Like he had 3 shots. There weren't easy shots as well. Like he didn't have much time to get that off, but he does. And yeah, nobody watching 5. And there were like a bit of chaos. There was a bit of chaos, but now they come in through 4. Witness Gaming get the gun. Can they play point maybe a bit faster? Again, no point time at all. It's not really ideal.
Yeah, Sticky's still on point 2. Fruit just dies in heaven. Wonder gets traded out though. Sax bombing onto point and dies. This might be Witness Gaming's chance. Logan on point taking a 1v1. What a great shot by Caps. He's just controlling everything, but somehow at the end of it, it's just 3 for 3.
Yeah, it seems like, okay, well, they're still fighting this, and really low scout quad dies, but that should be okay, I think. Oh, they chucked him off the point.
Yeah, Hubada doesn't care.
Yeah, Hubada just says, I just use my Uber, I'm, free to just go on point, force you to look at me, and nice cap. So 1-1, and that was not the best last push, but the late game conversion from Caps, getting all the kills, pressuring that point, and yeah, 1-1. So
yeah,
kind of as we expected, very close game.
Yeah, he just piped dead, and then Logan followed it up. This mid, Sax doing the same signature fast rollout onto Red Crate, getting that spam onto Choke. Hubada's already down to like 100 health. GCF this time trying to control that high ground a little bit more. Ed realizing what happened last mid. Quacks is bombing over, but this time Divine is kind of ready for it. They do send both soldiers though, so Divine going down.
They get 3 kills.
Oh my god, yeah. They just bombed the death corner.
Yeah, and Divine, yeah, stuck there, both soldiers, but not only getting the medic, but getting 3 kills there. If you get the medic, but die with 2 soldiers, like, okay, but getting 3 kills, I mean, you're always going to win that mid. Last chance salvage, but Caps with the pipe. So the mids kind of going back, and they had a lot of early damage GCF, but they just couldn't capitalize. They all go to the right, and then once you're in that death corner, you get double bombed. It's very tough. So another full ad last push coming in. But to be fair, the ad pushes for Witness Gaming haven't looked great. They really are trying to get the kills in heaven, it seems. No one's going towards point. They're all trying to nuke in heaven on the left side, but they haven't been able to catch anyone there. So maybe they try to change it up a little bit, go for the point pressure instead. We'll have to see.
Yeah, Logan taking over lobby. Caps wants to go through what looks like the 3 or 4 door, and it looks like they're doing the default Uber through 4, shooting that sentry gun down, and this time still no cap time, but they are having a soldier jump around. Saxophone did a great job distraction, gets cleaned up, but now it's bot mode on the point. Heavy coming out of left spawn, and so far it's actually going to be Witness Gaming coming out worse on this exchange. Caps this time takes a bunch of damage, and that's just going to be Witness Gaming running away.
Yeah, again, they're just able to get out the left side fully set up with the Putis, and once that happens, if you don't have good point time, the Putis will just own. And that's happened every time so far, except for that last super push, I guess. But yeah, good hold from GCF, and they're going to come out 1 for free. They know they can get in. Back up attempt from bot mode. Very weak, though. Probably will get cleaned up, yeah. Uber gets forced, get a couple kills. That's a decent exchange for both sides, kind of.
Fruit might be dying in IT, though. No manages to jump out. If they deny these frags, they could go. Logan, so aggressive, down 2. GCF might have been able to punish this, but they're just letting the demos stand and choke.
They have Uber, but this would be kind of suicidal down 2, I think, to go for it. So they're gonna have to wait it up. It's gonna be, you know, still 50 ad. Their players are on the way. They can still take this ad, but it is definitely dwindling. So, you know, they're gonna have to go fast or call it even here.
Yeah, they're going choke. Ubering immediately. Cap sends that bomb in to KJ Quad's face, and that's going to be 2 down for the side of GCF. How do you solve your last pushes? You just kill them on second.
Yep, and look how fast they are into last. They're not even, the cap was barely started, but they're already on last. They have so much space. The Uber is out for Divine, so the round is not over. Gonna get at least 1 kill. Maybe a 2nd kill on bot mode. But no. So it's still numbers ad for Witness Gaming after all that. But the spawns are on the way, so this is gonna be a tough fight, I think, for Witness.
Yeah, Fruit bombed in through 3, has to run away. Tommy Slav, the signature KJ Quad minigun, coming out. And
Caps got caught in lobby though, so that's not great. Down at demo.
yeah,
Wonder is fighting on the flank.
yeah, Fruit's
Might die.
really hurt. That IT fight drew a lot of pressure, so Divine was able to just walk in with his whole team. Quax is behind, but he's spotted. The flank is on lockdown, and it's going to be at the end of the day GCF controlling the Spire. Fruit's going to try to contest that by jumping on the pipe, but Saxophone is just high-bombing into choke, doing 1 trillion damage.
So much damage. Oh, Fruit lives on 5 health, man. But that's going to be enough for them to hold this, and they have a little bit of ad. They should know, as they can probably walk back in for free here. There's, you know, down a soldier, Sax is dead, so this is going to be a hard hold. They're trying to get some spam. They do use, but Averted is definitely caught.
Yeah, but Fancy Sun's taking it back in. Look, Hubba caught on point. Hubba down. Botmo trying to go to last, but Ed has that on lockdown. That's going to be both scouts, 1 scout down, medic down. It's going to be Fruit bombing into Bats, going behind, but they never cap second. There's no back cap threat.
Yep. Full salvage tries to come in for Divine, but it's probably not going to get anything, yeah. So really nice play from GCF coming back in with the Uber. Averted actually lived for a long time by just skyboxing himself with a sticky, and so he couldn't die immediately, and that allowed the Uber to get back in and catch everyone kind of with their pants down on point. And now this is really big. They're going to have slight ad, again 20 ad, capture mid, deny 3 players. I mean, this is everything that you kind of want from that fight. 2 is almost a formality at this point.
Yeah, it seemed like Witness Gaming really just wanted to... They didn't like their last pushes, so I think they just wanted to win on second to take it in. Maybe overstayed their welcome a bit. Maybe thought their ad was bigger. Either way, it's going to be a reverse of the situations. Even Ubers with GCF holding second.
Yeah, we'll see what they try to do. They get the gun early. This is really big. They can send a good sack. Look how far back Witness is playing. The point is a threat potentially for your sack. The gun is being rebuilt though. And I think they're just gonna hold close. They actually popped. They thought it was bigger ad because they killed the medic in that last fight, but it was not ad whatsoever. And this Uber has the potential to be completely disastrous here. Look at everyone dying in lobby. But there are players caught. No, everyone just dies, I guess. Cap's the only casualty there.
We were busy saying Witness Gaming needed to fix their last pushes, and here GCF making a big fatal mistake. It's probably gonna send them back to their last.
Yeah, it's only gonna be 20. They can potentially hold mid, honestly, because they got that kill on Caps and their spawns were good. They can hold this for now. They don't have Uber yet. Caps is only spawning now. It's only 20 disad-ish, a little bit more than that. But yeah, it looks like they'll have to try to get the force at least on mid. They should be able to stabilize on second, if not.
Yeah, you're right. I'm surprised they managed to get those spawns in time. So definitely Witness Gaming won't be able to push into mid. Also, Sniper on this map, especially on holding mid, is really oppressive. If Witness Gaming tries to push, they need to get someone on that forward spawn.
And it's tight ad, so, you know, having to spend time dealing with the sniper is just going to slow you down even more. I think Witness is just realizing, yeah, this is not happening. We're just going to hold second. And that's a fine choice here. Probably the better choice, honestly.
If they knew there was a sniper, but Ed, you know, he wasn't peeking, so they kind of found out late, ruined their plan.
Yeah, now Quad can come out, and yeah, now you're just sniping mid to 2, which is one of the best sniper sight lines in the map, and if not the game. So this is going to be, you know, hard to hold, and this is an annoying hold for sure as the second holders. Going immediately into sewer, opening the door, taking some shots, hubbing behind the points, kind of standard explosives, trying to lock down these doors. And now you just, you know, hope your sniper hits a shot eventually, basically.
Yeah, Witness Gaming is holding this really aggressively, which is usually good, but it can punish you. In this case, it's going to be GCF getting the worst end of that. Witness Gaming's Logan is just running in through choke, taking all the space for his team, yelling at everyone, get in, no one's here. Ed is furiously running away because this sniper is getting pressured really hard. Ed hasn't really been able to scope up for more than a second.
Yeah, that's when the sniper's no good. You lose 2 players, and now you're running backwards, and, you know, if you scope up for too long, you're just gonna get, you know, bombed. So he just has to back up, and now they're holding their own too. They're gonna try to refight mid a little bit, though. Maybe a bit risky, but they're trying to get in. They have actually decent space.
Yeah.
And
Wonder bombing into IT. I'm surprised no one managed to chase him. Fruit's actually on the case.
Oh.
They're punished for that play. Bot mode's in choke. He's not going to let this one get away from him. His soldier Quacks jumping in. Bot mode following it up, taking the space, and Averted's not in. Averted's all the way back in lobby.
Averted's out, and the sniper's dead. Yeah, that was good. And now, this is the round, maybe?
Yeah, 4 down. I don't know how that happened to GCF.
Oh, he drops Fancy Sun, his only Uber target. I wonder will be spawning now, but this is, I want to say, impossible to hold. Their Uber is really, really trash. The point being half full Uber. For
Oh, was that spawns? But you're right.
Yeah, the Uber. They were trying to go through 2 to deny the point with their Uber, which would actually be a decent play, but then the soldier met Fancy Sun into and wasn't saved by Divine, so 2-1 for Witness Gaming.
Yeah, Averted somehow got stuck into IT, and once that happened, Witness Gaming just took all the space and killed Ed. Didn't go the way they wanted. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to watch Caps again this mid. I mean, it's all going for Witness Gaming right now.
Yeah, the mids have been much better for the side of Witness the last couple ones, so we'll have to see if GCF maybe can change something here. But Caps just dominating the space early, he's carpeting the ground in front of point, so they have a lot more space right now. And Averted gets flung up into the air, really nice bow actually, and sacks the first casualty, so this is looking really good for Witness. They have all the space, they have taken no damage, they have an extra player. GCF is out of there.
Yeah, it seems like they haven't found an answer. They won those first couple of mids, but it feels like they just haven't figured it out. And Hubada and Caps are going through sewer, just getting some spam on, probably going to do some sort of sack play. Caps is alone right now. Fruit's dying in IT, and it looks like GCF wants to prevent Witness Gaming from continuing that spam. And Sax is doing the fast rollout, trying to land on Hubada. It's 1 good rocket, 2 good rockets. Hubada surviving on 4 HP. Wow.
That is risky business. I mean, he took crater damage, so he had to be confident that he was gonna not take anything more than that, because anything else he was a dead man. But he survives, so good hold, you could say, from Hubada there, and now they can repressure with a soldier kill.
Yeah, Caps walking in through
Hubada's so low
side.
again.
Yeah, Hubada's like 5 health. Witness Gaming does not want to use this Uber. Fruit goes down, but Ed's traded out. GCF is getting really aggressive here, and it's even Ubers, so they can. Bot mode trying to take some space. Quacks bombs into IT, and it looks like Witness Gaming's going to take some sort of exchange, or at least bot mode bring him like all the way to the small pill. Logan's now going for some sort of sack, but dies. And it's
Everyone dies.
Yeah, it looked like they went into exchange, but they just didn't use Uber, and so everyone died.
Yeah. Yeah, Hubada was like not looking, they didn't have a soldier like sack, so then they were just like pressuring, but everyone kind of maybe, yeah, too far forward. And now that's going to be a free mid push. They're not going to get any of the spawns denied, so it's kind of just flip-flop mid-second. Not the worst result of that. Actually could have been a lot worse considering only the men demo were alive. But now GCF can pressure too. Immediate quick sack from Wonder, but he decides nope, because Sax died, so he's going to chill back on mid.
Yeah, it looks like Quacks is just going through choke, getting on the demo. Fruit through the other side, getting on Wonder, but Wonder hitting a good mini air shot kind of, killing Fruit. That's going to be both soldiers down for Witness Gaming. This is GCF's chance to break this hold. They haven't had very good pressure onto second, but now with no soldiers, they kind of can do whatever they want.
Yeah, so free. No traps Al-Qaeda. They can spot the traps on choke. I mean, they can have a soldier bomb in. Yep, they're taking so much space. And the soldiers are only coming up now. They're not going to be healthy, so doing anything will be tough. They're going to get that soldier in from lower IT, get the kill on Caps there, but trade it out. Nice demo kill though. This is huge for this point. Now that the high ground spam from Averted can be uncontested essentially.
Yeah. Witness Gaming has no fear. They have not changed their positioning one bit, and they're even sending their soldiers into them without a demo. They're taking so much damage on Witness Gaming, but somehow the first frag goes the way of... Oh, but 2 down now. Uber comes out. Is Hubba going to have to use is the question, or are they going to hold this for last?
Now, Fruit is behind and they do not know. So if they can potentially go for a collapse here, yeah, that's exactly what they're going to do. They're use the distraction and bomb in. They're going to get a few kills for sure, although...
Oh, Sax behind! Doing the modern day Seagull into choke, only getting 1. But that's...
Quad cleans it up on Hubada.
Yeah, I mean, Witness Gaming just looks so confident. They were at a disadvantage that whole time. No soldiers. Then it was a demo for a soldier, and they just stayed in. I think they went down 2 before the Uber, but it doesn't matter. They just won that situation.
Yeah, it's gonna be big ad though. Well, not big ad, but sufficient ad for Divine to look for something here. The spotters only just came up, so they can potentially fight mid because there's no med on the side of Witness at the moment. Only rolling out to choke now. They don't decide to go for it, but it is gonna be 25-ish ad, so definitely pushable. But it is kind of tight, so we'll have to see if they want to go aggro here.
Yeah, it seems like as this game has gone on, Witness Gaming is just becoming more and more dominant. They are not losing situations. They are winning situations. They're at a disadvantage. GCF has to turn this around. Wonder waddling in through choke, gets pushed back immediately. It looks like he was just testing the waters. GCF seems like they want to just go IT. Probably going to be some sort of insta-pop. And there it is around the corner. Where's the demo bomb? It's a little delayed, unfortunately, but they do find fruit.
Yeah, 1 kill. I mean, for a blind pop in there, they were pretty far back, Witness, so getting that soldier is
look
decent.
at Witness's Uber.
Yeah, they're coming back in, and I mean, they want to take, but look, Quad is in IT. They can go for the back cap here. Oh, they didn't cap mid, though. They didn't cap mid, so that's going to be a problem. But they didn't get anything with the Uber, so the collapse is now very, very strong.
Yeah, but they're sending 2 back, Logan and Fruit versus Sax and Ed, and it's going to be Logan. It's Logan's world, and he cleans that up. On the other side, GCF tried to come back in, but, you know, 2 fell on the back line. That's not going to last for long.
Yeah, they get mid, but I think they're just going to have to bail here. Wonder living behind is really nice because they capped mid, so their spawns are better. Quad will probably get the forward spawn. Yeah, definitely going to get the forward spawn. They can fight this for sure with 2 down on the side of Witness. And Wonder in IT, and this is a really good timing because he went behind in sewer, so they're not going to expect this. They do see him, though. He is going to live. Oh, tries to get on the demo, dies in the end. And that's the end of that pressure. Although, wait, never mind. They just pop in. And then catch Hubada. What? Nice bomb there. And Sax and KJ Quad clean up Hubada. Now they can just protect Divine. They knew it was slight ad, and they went off of it, and that was devastating.
Averted just hit like every pill, and that went incredibly well for him. 2 in sewer. Logan gets cleaned up. Fruit's going to have to run away, and they might be able to deny caps, and if they are, should be a free push.
Yeah, and it's going to be 50 out as well, so if they can deny caps, take 2 for free, then that would be massive, and it looks like that's just about going to happen, so nice stack. You know, still a couple of soldiers to spot, but they should be able to get through. The early bomb from Quacks missed the timing, unfortunately. Yeah, he's just going to die.
Bot mode has an angle. He gets spotted, though, so nothing's going to come of that. And GCF full ad. Last time we saw them push, it was even Ubers, but now they have ad. Let's see what they can do.
They spot the gun immediately. They clear the traps off a point, at least a little bit. They're going in through 1. Don't get anything immediately, but they can play the point. A lot of cap time. And the kills, I mean, they get the demo kill. That's pretty huge. Point is going to be hard to hold. Only 60% Uber for
Sax in heaven. He's doing 1 trillion damage. Everyone's looking at him. Get on point right now. That's such a good timing.
They should clean this up. Yeah, that was really nice. So that, I think, was kind of what Witness was missing on their last push, is the immediate cap time, and then the soldiers have to deal with it, and then Sax goes heaven, and heaven was completely unguarded. The soldiers were trying to deny point, and just Sax did so much damage there. The round was almost guaranteed to be won at that point.
Yeah, we've seen these medics aggressively play on the cap. Some medics you'll see never want to do that. They just always heal. But Divine and Hubada love pulling out that solemn vow and just standing on the point.
And yeah, 2-2, so again, close. Mids have been going towards Witness the last few times, so GCF probably needs to change something a little bit. They're just taking less space, I feel like, than Witness. Witness are kind of all over the place, taking more space and end up collapsing on GCF. So we'll see if they can change something up here on this mid.
Yeah, Quack's high bombing because GCF is kind of in this death corner, but Fruit's going to be the first one to die, and Sax bombs out of IT doing 1 million damage. That's Hubada down.
Wonder gets bomb mode as well. This is going to be a very free, you know, capping mid. I don't think Divine is in almost any threat here. So yeah, going to be able to take 2 as well probably off of this. So huge bomb there from the side of Wonder and Sax getting the kills in choke on the retreating Witness players. And now, yeah, again, this should be a last push potentially.
Yeah.
With caps trapping up the lower lobby. This is maybe aggressive trap they might not expect, but realistically, this should be a clean last push attempt.
Yeah, since like 5 minutes into the game, GCF has not had an advantage in terms of rounds, and they have the opportunity to take that over now.
Yeah, a dominant mid performance, exactly what they needed. So let's see, they're peeking for the gun right now. They know it's big ads, 50 ads as well. The gun left spawn, which you don't normally expect. They clear the traps off a point though. This is massive, and Caps hasn't been able to retrap it yet. Oh, he's able to do it now, yeah. They're waiting a bit long though, no? It's like 75.
80 already. They're taking it in through 3-door. They're going to get the gun down. But if they don't get the point immediately, this Uber's going to come back out.
They get a kill. Insta kill is decent. They kill both soldiers. It's okay. But no, Fruit is going to live. The cap time is decent, but no, the Uber will come out and not even a lot of kills.
Sax did a bunch of damage. It looked like Sax might have almost gotten a 2K, but not quite. It's going to be averted jumping out. Divine might live. Yeah, he'll definitely live. Oh, I might have spoken too soon. Caps bombing into choke, hitting a bunch of damage, and actually not living. That was a really aggressive chase by bot mode. And
Divine, though, just about survives. But yeah. Oh, and the instant headshot from Wonder on the sniper gets Caps, and that's a pretty big kill here. They do have Uber, though. They're going through IT. This should be pretty free on mid, I guess. There's some weird back cap shenanigans, but it looks like it'll be just about taken care of. The flank trading out in Witness's favor. And yeah, Wonder on sniper, but mid is unholdable at the moment.
yeah, definitely. Let's see if the sniper can find any more shots. It looks like no, he might have overstayed his welcome, going down to 70 health there. One rocket could have killed. And this sniper, this is a great place for sniper if you want to make the other team have to use Uber. You know, they kind of have to like insta-pop through IT, because if they try to like dry through choke or Al-Qaeda, I mean, how can you do that with the sniper?
Yeah, and the Ubers are going to even out here, so this is going to be even better. And the defensive sniper is absolutely fine on this point, so that's no problem at all. You can hold the sight lines, make it really hard to pressure, and your teammates can benefit from that a lot. So they're going IT, very aggro. Actually, is it like 5 people in IT right now for Witness?
Yeah.
Just looking for a player, but nobody there.
Oh my god. Shout out Lock and Load, killing Logan. And it's going to be GCF sending Sax to pressure IT, or just watch it. GCF sending people through choke, it looks like. Sniper, Wonder. Oh, Sax baited someone IT. That was the play.
That
really
was
good
actually
job.
really nice, yeah. And now he can get IT for free because that guy's dead. Getting on to Caps, free kill. Nobody's even close to him. And this is going to be very, very bad for Witness. They're going to trade Ubers, but they're down to 2-3 players. The post is... Maybe Hubba can get out because he has Logan to run with them, but...
Yeah, and Quax is
free mid.
distracting in a sewer.
So all in all, not the worst, but, you know, this is another headshot ringing out on Logan there, and that's going to force them out for sure. We'll get bot mode spawn, but there's no point in trying to go back into mid with the sniper here. And that'll be a nice push from GCF, and now they're in control. They have the sniper, they can start working in a second, and this sniper is very powerful here. Spy from bot mode, though. That is going to be unexpected for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to be expected, but they might count the scouts. That's an important class to count. And let's see if they manage to do it. Divine just walking through, taking like 300 damage. And Hubba, Sax came in behind somehow, just killing Hubba. That's going to be Witness Gaming's medic down and a soldier down. Bot mode, I don't know if he's been spotted yet. He's typing lol, so he probably has been. He has his pistol out. Witness game. GCF just doesn't want to die, so they're playing really slow right now, slowly taking the sewer, and they're going to try to take this point without using.
Yeah, it's again the same kind of play they did before, where they pressure Al-Qaeda hard, but they get Sax in behind through IT. And one time it didn't work, but the last 2 times they've tried it has worked. They do have a sniper pushing in the last, but that's not the worst thing here. It's full ad. They're going to get second for free. And yeah, this could, again, potentially they can take the lead here. And the Bandit config has just enacted, so this is a map-winning push at least. So very good opportunity here for GCF to take their map pick.
Definitely. This ad, they gotta go before it dwindles, and they do. The guns at the normal spawn goes down already. Fancy Sun getting early point time, hitting that soldier. Fruit down to low health, and gets cleaned up. Oh, that's Quacks, actually. And GCF playing on the right side of this map as Sax comes in left doing a bunch of damage, and Fancy Sun just stands on point.
So much damage on point there. They had to stand on it. 97 on Hubba to 99. Gets the Uber just in time, but is that going to be enough? I guess it will just about be. Almost getting the point in his head, but
yeah,
not able to. But okay, you know, everything's just going to reset. You're going to have another 40 ad here or 30 ad. So with cap time, potentially, if you build this, if there's a lot of cap time, this point is impossible to hold. It's going to be so easy for a scout to just sit on there and win the round. So that's going to be big. And yeah, they're building hard, and the cap time is dwindling, but very slowly. So this is going to be a nice re-Uber ad push for GCF. And again, map on the line.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. Wonder was stuck on sniper. You have to wonder with how close that was. If they had another soldier, probably would have been able to win it.
Yeah, so now look at this. Quacks has to stand on point because of the cap time. They're going for the one Uber. They're going to pop through. And look, they're just going to go for point here. They're going to kill the guy on point immediately. And now just play the point and win the round. Brilliant from GCF. absolutely textbook, and they get their map pick, and we're gonna have to go to a map 3 decider.
Yeah, I unfortunately guessed 4-2, one round off, but you know, a lot of people definitely considered GCF the underdog in this. And guess what? They're showing they deserve to be here. They just took a map away from Witness Gaming. Super good players on that team, and GCF pulling it out.
Yeah, and they looked really, really good on this map, I think. Like, a lot of things they were doing right. Countering Witness Gaming, good pushes, sniper plays working out. So, yeah, I mean, that's just what you want to see from your map pick. Everything they tried to do is kind of working. Their last holes, again, were strong as well. So now we get to go to a map 3. And, you could believe in GCF here, honestly. Like, I can see them taking this based on how they've been playing so far.
Yeah, as you said, I definitely agree with that. Sultry, you have to wonder how much these teams have actually scrimmed this map. It might have been a thing, Witness Gaming or GCF was like, it's playoffs. Let's just scrim Sultry a couple of times and try to pull it out. I think this was a decider map, though, so maybe both teams felt a little confident on it, or they just wanted to ban other things.
Yeah, I mean, it could be one of those things where you like say, they're not going to pick it right, so you just don't ban it in favor of banning some other stuff, and then maybe Witness, I guess, since they were the higher seed, they get to choose, and they were like, yeah, we're confident on that, but we'll have to see. And yeah, Sultry, actually, in a way, it has a lot of similarities to Process and in some ways Sunshine as well. So kind of like maybe not as similar as Process and
It's
Sunshine are to each other, but yeah, it's got some similarities there. So kind of
Yeah,
pretty similar map.
it's definitely rather open on some of the points, which is kind of the similarity. It's just every once in a while you get one of these teams who does pretty well in playoffs, who's kind of a lower seeded team, and they play an upper seed team on one of these strange, as you would say, kinds of maps, and they just get destroyed. So hopefully that doesn't happen to GCF here.
Right. Yeah, so I guess we can also take a look at the logs from that last map. And I think, it was a very close game for sure. And this time you can see like bot mode not having the same impact, still doing well, but more even display from both teams. I would say there's no one top fragger way
Yeah.
ahead. Quad top fragging the server, but only barely, and quite a few players, almost everyone, quite close behind. So very even map as we kind of would expect based on the results.
Yeah, Saxophone, maybe from the logs not looking too hot, but he had 4 medic kills, and I think what was that? Yeah, he got that kill on Hubba that got them around. So
Right.
Saxophone definitely making a lot of plays, even if it doesn't show up on the logs. I
Also
think,
top damaging for soldiers as well, which is pretty big.
yeah, I think I would have to give Saxophone the MVP for that match. It just seemed like every time GCF was out or having a hard time, he was the playmaker, and he got those advantages that won them the rounds in
Yeah,
large
absolutely.
part.
Him going behind IT and flanking, getting those forces were huge. So big plays from him, and Sultry, a map where you can kind of do this similar thing. So we'll see if you can keep it up on this map. Because there's big flanks, 3 doors, kind of like Sunshine. So soldiers are always gonna have opportunities to potentially make some big plays through the flank. And yeah, we'll have to see.
Yeah, I also want to see what these teams do on mid. We haven't seen too many top level teams play this map. Usually you see teams kind of play across the bridge. Maybe their medic drops down. We've seen a couple of times, I think it was G6 versus Froyo on the upper bracket of that LAN that happened where G6 lost the upper bracket, won the grand finals, where they looked a little lost on mid sometimes, and they did kind of the low ground mid, and that didn't seem to work out. And so it seems like since then, most teams have kind of just been playing across the bridge, or maybe only dropping 1 or 2 people to the low ground. And I wonder if that's going to continue with this match.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, we saw on the previous map on Process, very slow mids, kind of just like taking space slowly, spamming a lot. That's very possible on this map. The double bombs also possible. We saw Witness Gaming having a lot of success with pushing the enemy team into the corner, then double bombing and just landing on them and nuking. So that's also possible on this map as well. If you get backed up into choke and the double bomb comes in, you're in big trouble there. So we'll have to see. But it'll be interesting. Another thing with Sultry is that the last is notorious hard to push with ad, hard to sack into, and that can really have a big impact on games like this, where maybe you're losing a lot of mids. Maybe if you're GCF, you're not as comfortable. You might lose some mids, but you can hold last and round reset pretty easily. So that can help a team that's maybe favored a little bit less to get into rounds just by holding last, getting the round reset, and then maybe you win a couple of mids and you're able to steamroll.
Yeah. We have some new people joining the stream. So this is RGL season 13, upper bracket round 1 of the playoff stage. So this is going to be Witness Gaming versus GCF. It's map 3. We saw Witness Gaming win on their map pick, and then GCF played their map pick and won. Both teams only winning by 1 round, and so now it's on the decider map. This is really up for grabs for anyone. These games have all been super close.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, yeah, it's not only like did GCF win their map pick, but they were holding their own on Sunshine, which was the pick of Witness. So we should be expecting a close game here. I think maybe the only thing is like maybe Sultry is weird and GCF doesn't have as much experience on it. But honestly, from how they've been playing so far, I back them to at least give us a very close game.
Yeah, as you said, and it's been really awesome seeing all the rounds in Sunshine. As we said, bot mode like top fragged by such a large margin, like 13 kills higher than the next. And then on process, we didn't really see any of those breakout performances. Every single person in the season has kind of had a super good play, and these teams are really on fire. So it's really exciting to see this go to map 3, so we can get all that much more TF2.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I mean, this is gonna be. I mean, we have. Let's see. Is everyone in the server? Yeah, everyone's just about in the server. So hopefully we'll be readying up soon. But yeah, do you have any predictions? I guess before we start.
I think we will see bot mode pull out the sniper again. Oh my! I
Mhm.
forgot about that play. He dropped. He just walked in 5 and just dropped the medic.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, yeah. I think this is a good sniper map. I haven't seen a whole lot of people running it, but like on like second, you can just see choke from like the valley side, and you can
Hmm.
see everything else as well. Yeah. I think we're gonna see some sniper.
Yeah, for sure. And that could be a big thing. I mean, we also have seen, Wonder can pull out the sniper and quad as well. So definitely potential for on both sides. That can be a big weapon though, for sure. It can really force people to stand in bad spots, and then you can abuse the space that's created off of that. So that can be big. I think, yeah, I really want to say that I think this is gonna be a close game. I think I'm gonna say that I think Witness has the edge. I think they have a bit more experience on the map, and that could be huge. But don't discount GCF. I mean, underestimating them at this point would be a huge mistake after how well they've played.
Yeah. I guess I'll go the other way. I'll say I think GCF is gonna win 2-0. You know what? I'm throwing out a wacky prediction. There it is.
Yeah, I'll say 4-2 for Witness, but definitely gonna be a close game. So we'll have to see. Looks like only waiting on a few people. Witness have readied up, so
Yeah.
hopefully we'll get started soon here.
I'm just saying if my prediction is right, it's going down in the books.
True.
But yeah, I not sure what they're waiting on. Probably just need a break. You know, they've been playing, I believe map 1 was 40 minutes, map 2 35 minutes. That's
Hmm.
a lot to do in one sitting. They probably did 3 scrims before this as well. So they need a moment now. Especially the East Coast players. They're it's about 1 a.m. for them.
Yeah, running on fumes. So no worries. Yeah, it's just two GCF players that we're waiting on. Yeah, this map. I mean, this is actually one of the more interesting maps. I think outside of last, which can be a bit tricky. Second, I think is really interesting because the cheese area is really open. You can go behind through the shutter. You can create space. You can dry fight. Choke even is pretty open. It's sort of like process choke. You can jump through. You can fade. A lot of good options on second. I think it's one of the more interesting seconds. Mid also pretty cool with the tall towers and kind of like the metalworks like point that
Yeah.
you can run underneath.
One of the really interesting things about second is how close some of the doors are. The frog door, the choke door, and the cheese door. You can really support your entire team through there.
Hmm.
So it's really easy, or I suppose possible, to have some sort of distraction play and then, chase through another doorway, kill the people looking at the doorway you sent the first person through. And there's a lot of stuff like that you can do. And I'm pretty sure we'll see teams try to dry some of these doors and see some of those plays.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, honestly, it's a map where you can really dry. Like even choke is dryable. Cheese like probably the favorite to go through, but choke if you have like a bit of space, you can start taking the space, deny the height with your demo. That can be quite strong. So a lot of good options there. As you kind of alluded to before, the sniper play also very strong on this map. So definitely good options. I think the key though to this map will be what are teams doing on last? Can they break the stalemates? And if not, can they, again, if you can't break it on last, the best way is to just wipe them on second and just go to last for free. So that's also, a way to win rounds on this map for sure.
Yeah, I agree with that. 6 Oh, 11 in the server, just waiting on those last people. For those of us who have joined us, because I believe we got rated for like a third time, this is RGL Season 13 playoff stage. We're no longer in the seeding stage. These are some upper round winners, so they are the higher seeded teams in this system. Witness Gaming versus GCF. GCF broadly was kind of considered the underdog, but guess what? It's map 3. Both these maps won their map picks by 1 round. And so we're absolutely excited to see this. And yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it should definitely be a good game. GCF is the 4 seed, I believe, in the upper bracket, and Witness are the 1st seed. So, I mean, yeah, as you said, GCF definitely probably considered the underdogs by most people, but they're holding their own. They're more than holding their own, and they're giving us really close games. So,
Oh wait, is Witness the first? Did
yeah,
they beat up Froyo for the seeding?
yeah, they beat Froyo. Yeah.
Okay. I. Okay, yeah. So I didn't realize it was that far apart. I thought it was okay. 1st and 4th. Yeah, GCF definitely putting up a fight then.
Yeah, now we have everyone in the server at least, so maybe just getting that last bit of warm up, and hopefully we can go live and get into this, because this is going to be really interesting. And here we go on the first match. Who do you want to look at on the first one?
I'm giving it to Averted. The underdog demo main deserves it.
Sure. All right, on the Averted cam here. Oh. Not the best start maybe, but that's all right. Gonna come through the cheese area here, so it looks like a pretty standard mid. Caps also mirroring, so looks like, yeah, so far so. Actually, they're coming choke GCF, which is a bit unusual. Actually, they're going for that low ground right side mid. Double bomb immediately. Hamida backing up all the way into cheese, but giving up a lot of space if they can clean up any kills, but not able to quite yet. Wonder dies behind, and they have mid, but not for long, I think.
Yeah, it seems like that sort of aggression play, it's, I think, a little too long, and Witness Gaming perfectly kited that out, just backed up, absorbed the aggressing players, and baited it out and healed up after. But there's a sticky trap kill, averted, killing bot mode, and that's going to be combo scout down. Witness Gaming's probably not going to push with that. KJ Quad and Sax are pushing the cheese area, but they decided to back up.
Yeah, that kill obviously with Logan capping as well. No scouts, you can't continue on there, so huge trap. And now we get to see this second to mid stalemate, and we'll see what they want to do. No sniper off the bat. You know, you want to try your normal sack play first before you give up and go sniper. So.
Oh, Quack's just nuking in. It's going to be Divine playing on the low ground. He does not like what he sees. They just faded away. And it's going to be a rebomb onto that player and choke, as we said. Fruit getting that kill. Fancy Sun taking a lot of damage, and it's going to be GCF playing really passively. I don't think they can hold this anymore. Caps has all of the ground, and it's going to be Fancy Sun actually...
Hamida's weak, though. That could hold them on for a bit.
Yeah, you're right, but on the other side, Fruit just bombed into Valley. I had a hard time believing this hold, but it's working out for GCF. Wonder bombed in, just kind of distracting, and it's going to be Witness Gaming, who got all the way up to point and just weren't able to get enough damage.
Yeah, we said it was possible to drive from choke, and with how far back Divine was playing, Witness said, sure, we'll walk in for free, and they took so much space, but yeah, very surprised that just the damage on Hamida, I guess, was the only saving grace for GCF to force them out. They get the kill, and they're going to reset on mid. Again, no off classes for either side, so we're just going to have a repeat of that, but this time, GCF is a bit closer. Maybe they had slight dis out or something, so they were a bit scared to hold close, but now they're seemingly a bit forward.
It seems they're defaulting to having their medic play towards Valley. I feel like there's a way to exploit that by just kind of Ubering on the players and then forcing them off. Either way, yeah, it's going to be a cheese play, bombing through choke, catching that player out, kind of fighting cheese.
Look how much space they have.
Yeah, and then through Frog, Quacks gets in, hitting 1,000,000 damage onto Sax. Look, everyone's on red health. Bot mode just running in, kills the demo, sees Sax, gets that kill. Wonder's bombing onto bot mode, but it doesn't matter because the force came out. Wonder's trying to bomb onto the medic, but this isn't 2010. The soldier Ubers are not unbeatable. Wonder bombing on to Hamida, hitting one rocket finally, and gets the force.
The pain train force. Maybe he thought it was the spoon, but does get the force in the end. Actually, it's a really late force, so they could potentially hold this. Crazy hold though from GCF playing so far back, but Logan, Caps walking back in.
Oh, Frog is free.
Frog, yeah, but it's a small doorway. They're getting in now. Good damage, but Quack's just gonna die. I think Witness will probably have to give this up.
Actually, yeah, GCF, apparently you can play super passive on this point and not get punished. That's kind of just what they're doing. They're baiting out the aggression every time. It seems like they're just going to have to leave, but they get a kill and just come back in. GCF, I have some suspicion they played this map quite a bit because that play seems pretty difficult to execute.
Yeah, that's a really, it's definitely hard to, their med's playing like all the way back towards Valley. The space, they're taking the space choke for free, but they're actually popping, going deep with the demo. They know it's slight ad. Cap's not caught though. This is not going to be a great Uber. Maybe you get one scout, not even. The Uber will be up for the side of Puppet. This is going to be hard to hold.
They're going to take an aggressive Uber onto the point. They're just going through cheese. Uber popped out. Demo's bombing Caps, trying to chase these frags, but Wonder might actually live. Fancy Sun's the only one who goes down, but they never capped mid, so Witness Gaming's just going to keep pushing. They want to have this win. Quax goes through Frog, hits a great rocket onto Divine. Quax is going to fall, though. Bot mode running in through Choke. Logan through Frog gets that kill onto Wonder, and it's going to be Witness Gaming finally taking the second point down, and Sax might actually get caught out here. Ow, what a great jump.
Oh, yeah, that was a nice skip. But yeah, this time I think Witness realized, okay, if you're going to play so far back, we're just not going to feed into you. We're going to slowly take the space, get the kills that are caught, and of course they had a player advantage going into that fight as well, so that helps. But now they're going to be on last, notoriously difficult to break, even Ubers, gun already going up, and we'll have to see what Witness has in store to potentially break this.
Hami, this hold looks a little familiar, doesn't it?
Oh, yep. Gun on the point. I like the jump spotting that Averted is doing on the right. He's actually trapping right rather than playing left, so they have their soldiers on left, which is fine. Right door a bit more dryable, so having your demo there is good. But you jump spot on this pallet here, and you can actually spot if they're coming right for free. Fruit tries to get through left, but insta 2 kills. One traded out.
Oh, the gun died. The gun died.
Yeah, but they only Quax can sack. He's trying to get over to Valley to potentially do something. They get sacks on the counter sack, but
yes, maybe counter sacking when your gun's down. That's kind of a risk, but let's see if Witness Gaming is able to take advantage of that.
Yeah, unfortunately, like the gun just goes back up. Even level 1, like at least denies people. They're gonna try to walk in the right though. From the defending perspective, Caps getting a bit aggro, gets air shot, but he's healthy enough to live.
Yeah, no one's watching lower. Yeah, Fancy Sun has to move the gun. This is a good sack opportunity. Witness Gaming's bot mode is already in the left side of the map. Gets traded out. Caps walking in. Soldier bombs through lower onto Averted. Yeah, Averted's down, and that's dead. GCF's down too, but no demo. Quax is all the way in, and it looks like they're trying to do a high bomb, but the gun's already been built. Man, Witness Gaming's just... The gun just gets built up before they're able to do anything. That's kind of the annoying...
Jag.
Yeah. That's kind of how this map played out for us.
Yeah, it's just like if you get the gun, and your soldier gets hurt, by the time your soldier is rebuffed and can bomb, the gun's already back, and it's just like, oh my god. But yeah, that gun now back on point, the whole reset. They have a KJ quad sniper on the right, so now pushing right becomes very difficult. And yeah, this is the lockdown hold. Although top left from a defending perspective a bit weak without the demo being there, just a soldier. Potentially they want to try to pressure from there.
Oh,
but
Ed killing bot mode. Bot mode, I mean, that guy's a great sniper. Good job by Ed. That's going to be able to run down the timer. Wonder goes down, counter sacking. But Sax doesn't care that it's even numbers, just bombs in lower, gets a kill. Sax is absolutely crazy. What a great play, and now he holds that advantage.
Yeah. And I mean, look how aggressive. I mean, Logan in lobby low. There's potentially, more sacks to be had here, but looks like they're just going to end up chilling. That's fine. The dispenser forward and quad killing Caps. Huge kill, and they can hard pressure their sniper now if they choose to do so.
Yeah, I guess Sax has been successful, so why not keep just running him is probably what they're thinking. And Fancy Sun, is that a escape plan kill with that shotgun, it seems?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah. Not on the frontier of justice. He would have like 3 crits built up. Either way, yeah, Sax in lobby, GCF taking over the Valley area. I guess they think, look at the timer, why risk anything?
Right. Yeah, and that's totally fine. Like, again, this is such a hard last to push. I mean, if you're forcing them to exchange on low time or something, that's very unlikely to go well for you as the attacking team. So, GCF confident in the last hold. I mean, no reason to not be confident so far. Everything they've done has worked. Now, Witness is exploiting that left side, though. No demo there. They get through for free. Bomb onto Divine. They kill Fancy Sun. This is perfect pressure. They're going to get 3 kills? No, just 2. They trade 2 for 2, but they have
Uber.
Yeah.
It's just in Divine's face. That's medic down. Sax is jumping around trying to distract, but does it matter because there's 2 scouts on point. Sax gets that kill though. What a great bomb. But in the end, I don't think it will matter.
Oh yeah, and okay, this is the one weakness. They tried to pressure right from the defending perspective, but left turned out to be weak. With only a soldier there, they bullied them out with the demo, and the demo could just destroy the gun for free. It didn't really see all the way into the door, I think. So maybe a weakness that Witness already has found in the defense there for GCF, and not much time was left on the clock too, like 20 seconds or something. So not a great round to lose, but they'll have their chance on mid here again.
Yeah, let's see if they opt for that same aggressive type mid. It looks like they're not quite. They're just kind of mirroring, playing spam. Fruit's kind of on the Tetris side, being annoying. Both teams mirroring each other. The flanks playing on the low ground, the combos on the patio area. Both teams just trading spam right now as Sax goes very aggressive onto the grass area, gets shoved back, has to take the health pack and frog. Both teams continuing to spam. And I'm not sure what's going to finally break this, but
Witness are deep in that corner, though. That can be dangerous if you get bombed in there. Habada taking damage, Fruit taking damage. Now the bomb comes in from Sax, but it's a bit unsupported. Caps does die, though. That's a great trade from Sax. And now they can just take the space with no demo to lock out the point.
Yeah, Fancy Sun gets caught out. No one's supporting him on the low ground. That's going to be 2-player advantage for Witness Gaming. GCF just wants to stay in. They might get punished for it. Ed going down to low health. Uber comes out, though. Ed getting that crucial kill onto bot mode, but Habada has Uber.
Oh, Wonder dies.
Yeah, this Uber is going to be very oppressive. It's so much longer. Divine's not able to leave, and that's going to be almost a full wipe for GCF.
Yeah, staying in there. I mean, they did have the Uber, but staying in with player down, your Uber is always going to be a bit worse, and that's exactly what happened. They're going to lose that fight. They're going to lose second. They're going to be put on to last, and not looking great this round so far for GCF at all.
Yeah, as we've seen, they do know how to hold last. Hopefully they're able to lock it down, because if they just slowly lose when they're put on last, it's not going to be a good match for them.
They did, you know, it's only going to be like 30 dis ad here. They are building a lot better here. How about this? It's like 40 ad, 35 ad. It's going to be big enough to push for sure. The gun on the right behind the rock. This is an annoying gun spot because it's very hard to spot. And when you bomb in, you can't immediately shoot it as the demo. So you're going to have to like take a bit more time to destroy it. It watches the point as well.
But they're going left though.
Oh, and they're walking all the way on the point. But nice headshot from Quad. Mid-air doming Caps. Now this flash push is doomed.
Yeah, Ed just saved that, but Quacks is at the spawn door. Fancy Sun knows. Oh. Yeah, Fancy's 2 for 0 on those shotgun frags. Yep. He doesn't need the Frontier of Justice. And GCF's pushing in, no back caps. This map is kind of easy to back cap on, but I mean, they have so much player ad, that's never going to happen. And if they deny Quacks, they might be able to push into mid without using Uber. Fruit gets that early
soldier,
early spot. And
so this is exactly what you said, though. Like, they didn't lose on last. Now they can actually assert themselves in this game, potentially put themselves on the front foot again. And Habada gets bombed in the corner. Does get cleaned up.
Yeah, and it looks like there was a back cap. That play would have been really good, but the combo had to turn around. There was a back cap through Frog. Fruit goes down. Logan's going to follow it up and die. But can you really push with 10 ad? I don't think so.
Yeah, and averted dying there is really huge. No demo, this is a tough push. I mean, you can try to trade, but now this is just going to be a disaster. They lose another one on the flank. The Ubers are even. Sax is dead, and they're not even going to get forced here. And they might just wipe.
Yeah, trying to leave Shutter. It looks like they're just barely going to make it out. Oh my god, Ed! Killing Habada! This is fightable! Bot mode 2! Ed almost killed bot mode! GCF's going to take the long way, very safe, killing Quacks and Valley, and this is their world now.
Caps potentially caused, well, nice job from Wonder to decide to live there. That was the right decision. Oh, it does get killed by Logan, but we'll get traded out. The bomb's coming in though, but the spawner Sax on the way should clean up bot mode, and this should be okay. Yeah, they're gonna clean everyone up here.
Caps is waddling, have to be careful. You don't want to eat those pipes, but yeah, GCF's careful enough. Yeah, it looks so bad for GCF. That back cap play looks so good for Witness Gaming, but Ed doesn't care. Throughout all odds, pulls off that play, and GCF's back on the driving foot.
They're not going to deny anyone here, but it's going to be massive, massive ad. And this is a very fun push into second when you have full ad, because you can go through Shutter, you can try to cut them off in Valley, you can bomb your demo deep, you can go up Frog, a lot of different options. So let's see what they choose to do with this big ad. You can potentially just try to save your Uber for last, although at this point 75%, so they got to get a move on here.
Yeah, Wonder taking in this Uber through Shutter. They want to catch them out. Look at this push. Finds the Demo Man and lowers. Wonder able to collect
as well. Fancy. And this was huge. This is perfect.
Yeah.
They got everything.
That's a phenomenal Uber. They recognize that the players in Valley are caught, and they went through Cheese, so just shove through Shutter as fast as you can. It doesn't matter if the demo's there. You can kill the demo and the medic. And now they're pushing through top right. Bot mode going down. Saxophone bombing in, and that's going to be 1-1.
Yeah, again, the classic Sultry. Why fight them on last when you can just fight them on second and take last for free? They do it perfectly. Really nice Uber push. I was worried they were going to run out of time, but they get Hubba just at the end there. So huge push, really nice Uber push from GCF, and it's 1-1.
Yeah. Again, these rounds are just so back and forth. Both these teams know exactly what they're doing. GCF had a much better mid last time. I don't quite remember if it went their way all the way, but they've been getting better and better every round. This mid seems to be the same as last. Both teams spamming. The flanks are on the low ground. The combos are on the high ground. Saxophone getting really aggressive on the grass area, hitting really good spam. He's probably going to open this up with a bomb soon like last mid. He's just getting the health pack for now.
Yeah, they're just spamming. I mean, he's going to be ready in a second here, but it looks like Fruit actually the one to commit, but kind of alone. Going to die immediately. Quacks, actually, okay, Quacks does bomb second, gets the med, but they're losing 3 players for that. Not great. I mean, your med's going to live, but you're going to lose mid, so...
Yeah, I suppose the hope for Witness Gaming is that they'll be able to push mid without using Uber. If they're able to do that, they can shove GCF back to last. But if they get forced, it's going to be good for GCF. Bot mode seems to want to take this early. He doesn't want to let them set up. He's just going through, but GCF are wise to this. They know they can't let that player through. They're just spamming the doorway.
Yeah, all 3 explosives, locking it down, and yeah, the spawners from GCF were there just in time. And yeah, they're going to be able to hold this. I mean, it's going to be disad, so the push will come in from Frog side. Sax very low, gonna... Well, he's okay, he lives with the escape plan. And yeah,
wow.
You're right, they do take it for free. Fancy Sun dies.
Wow.
1 casualty use for the Uber, not terrible, but they
Oh,
still have...
they didn't get the force.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just gonna walk in. There's some traps on this patio, but they're caught. Wonder's doing a high bomb, but it's only a single bomb, and there's no pressure because they're down 1 already. And oh my god, Witness Gaming might have Uber for last. They might even be willing to go. But
yeah, this is just as you prophesized. They don't get the force on mid. They're gonna be holding last, and they're just gonna send Quacks, landing on averted, nice kill, and they can flood another crazy headshot from the side of Fancy Sun. Though gets that easy kill, and now 3 down for the side of Witness, and potentially GCF can just take it.
Ed and Sax tried to sack at the same time, but slightly timing off. But, you know, Sax pushed them out of lobby, which is what he needed to do. Wonder's just spamming onto this point. Looks like bot mode wants to take an exchange, but maybe deciding against it. Cap's going really low. Yeah, not able to follow it up, though. Witness Gaming doesn't care. They're just staying in.
GCF doing the patented hold very far back.
There's a flank. Look at Valley. Logan just ran behind into Valley, got on Divine. Uber forced off.
Fruit does die as well, though, so 2 kills for the Force. Not terrible for the side of Witness, because they're out of there. They're not going to get forced themselves. They're going to be fine. Logan will be up soon enough, and they can potentially take this back in. Maybe GCF will look to pressure, though. They're going to get through Cheese. They know it's free. They see that this is going to be completely fine. They can look for a Force, but look how far back. Hubba is probably not going to get forced here unless they decide to go for the aggro push.
Oh, Hubba's in Cheese, though. If a bomb came... Oh, he got balled! He's so hurt! He took the pack with 80 health. I'm surprised no one bombed off that one rocket, and that's all she rode.
Yeah, they were given so much space from Cheese side, but not able to convert. And now they do still a big ad, 50 ad. They're taking second for free. GCF look like they just want to hold last. Sax dies, kind of trying to just live, but not able to. And they don't have a setup at last at all. And look how fast Witness are on the left.
Yeah, they just run straight through Valley bot mode. They haven't even Ubered. They Uber now, but they're already at the spawn door. Right spawn's trapped. Bot mode's killing Wonder on the left side. Actually, Wonder's staying alive. Doing a really good job distracting.
That was huge.
Ed
Kill?
On the Tommy Slav, critically able to spin up really fast. And that's going to be Witness Gaming trying to come back in, actually. I thought they were leaving. Bot mode tried to come back in. Yeah, he didn't get anything, had to run away.
Yeah, Pudas will be fine. But yeah, that was crucial for Wonder living for so long. This is a big thing on these last holds. If your soldiers can live for a long time, you can't take the point because it's very hard to hold it, and your soldiers can always bomb it. So Wonder getting a kill and living was huge. Gets the Tomislav time to get out there and start, you know, revving up and just shooting. And now it's ad for Divine and GCF, and they're going to walk in, and they do not look like they're going to get forced.
Yeah, and it's gonna be Quacks doing distraction bombs, not able to find anything though. And look at this, taking that for free is gonna be GCF, but Do they think they have ad? If they go, I predict a disaster. I really hope they know it's even now.
Yeah, it looks like they're slowing down. I mean, Wonder's getting through. They might want to shake it, but the positioning of Cap should tell them they know it should be even.
Oh,
and they
no.
get nuke him at choke point.
Yeah, they do get a compensation frag, but oh, down 3. Nah, they gotta go back to last. That's not what GCF was looking for.
Yep, that's just gonna be. We were on second, and we're back to last immediately. I mean, nothing to be done there. Maybe they thought it was ad, but with Caps playing so aggressive there, I mean, he was able to just nuke the doorway as they try to get through. And now look at Witness. They're taking so much space for free on the left side here. Can pressure the point. The Tomislav back up though. Fruits bomb probably gonna be ineffective against such a booter.
And it's the Tomislav's world. Fancy Sun can't lose with that weapon. 2 down. Let's see the counter sack attempts. Not anything major. Ed getting into lobby. Might just want to bust through Valley. Wonders here as well. Doing a good little bomb, making space, but I suppose GCF might just want to leave now. They have their spawners.
Yep, just gonna be going back to the last. They need to get their setup here, get that gun back up, because while the gun's not alive, it is definitely possible to take some aggressive peeks from the side of Witness, and they're doing that immediately on the right side. Averted spotting them, but doesn't have any traps up yet. He's gonna start nuking the corner, doesn't hit much damage. Cap's gonna live, and it looks like it'll just be a reset here. Oh, good, they get Logan late, I guess. It's a nice kill from Sax.
Yeah. Still
Caps also potentially caught. He's gets booted the last
God.
second. He was very low. Sacks
Yeah.
counter sacks, but yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, Caps has gone down to 1 and just gets arrowed like so many times. It's been very lucky for Witness Gaming, that's for sure. Averted holding this right side gives them few opportunities to do anything. Caps, yeah, again, just down to 30 health. The gun is dead right now, though. Quack's just walked in through lower. No one's looking at him.
Yeah. But this has been a big weakness of the hold. GCF is not holding left side very strong because Averted wants to hold right, but that leaves only the soldiers to watch left. But if the demo walks left and just traps the window, he can start peeking out the door and spamming the gun, especially with the lock. So that makes things a lot easier with the spam also coming from lower. And that's been the weakness. That's how they lost their first round, GCF. So they need to be aware of this left side pressure from Witness.
Yeah, as you said, any door unwatched. Oh no, Fruit just coming in, but they see him at the perfect time. Wonder hitting kind of an air shot. Oh no, drop! Caps just sink stickies over the top. That positioning, you can just sink stickies over. Apparently, Divine didn't know that, and that's going to be uber advantage for Witness Gaming.
Yeah, and big ad. So this is going to be very nice. They're going to move the gun forward. I like the spot for the gun. It watches point, and it's very hard to destroy quickly, so you have to look backwards and destroy it. But again, it's that left side. They're just taking so much space. Witness there, and then allows them to then repressure from the other side and get the drop. So the hold a bit sus on the side of GCF so far, but they can still hold last here. It's not all lost yet.
Definitely agree with that. That gun is going to be a really annoying nuisance, but it goes down instantly. Wonder bombing in for the distraction, doing a really good job surviving on that bomb critically. Fancy Sun on heavy, 450 health. Habana down to 15 health. Botmo down to 5 health. They got to collect up on these low health players, but unfortunately, they can't.
Yeah. I mean, so many players were so low there, but in the end, if you don't get any of the kills, not able to do anything, that's going to be a clean conversion from Witness. I mean, that was looking honestly fine for GCF, but they just couldn't kill any of those players under like 20 health, unfortunately. But still has been a close map. Mids have been going kind of both ways, so GCF, time to collect your thoughts on this next mid and try to get going again here, because they've been on the back foot a lot, but once they take mid and start going into second, they've looked pretty good, so we'll see.
Definitely, as you said, GCF have to figure out these mids. They haven't been winning them, but they're still competitive. If they just win a mid, I'm sure this will start swinging their way. Averted continuing the spam, both teams doing the same thing, flank on low ground, combo on high ground, and it's going to be Ed and Sax getting really aggressive through the ramp and grass area. Caps going down to very low HP, but no one's able to follow it up.
Botmo's also 1 health.
Yeah, I mean,
Sax has the world on this green ledge here. He's just spamming. Nobody's shooting him. He's getting insane spam from over here, and it's forcing Witness into the corner. And look at their health; they're just out, just from spam.
Yeah, Sax, the playmaker for his team. Rarely do you see a roamer just win mids off of spam, but there it is. Saxophone showing how it's done. Even Ubers. I don't think we've seen even on this situation with GCF on mid, so let's see how they break this.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Looks like they're trying to go cheese at least to start out with. You can kind of drive pressure from here. You can have a soldier jump through choke, land on the guy that's trying to hold cheese. That would be Quacks in this case. They get a guy going shutter. Actually, Sax gets behind pretty cleanly here. Fruit gonna chase immediately though, and with the help of Logan, this should be cleanup city. Nice idea, but the flank was kind of already so close that it was an easy cleanup.
Yeah, and that play gets stymied. GCF gonna have to come up with something else, as it looks like Witness Gaming wants to pressure to the cheese area, but they are spotted. That small doorway is at risk of being bombed by Wonder. Caps is wise to it though and does not die. So we're probably gonna see a reset.
Yep, I'm back to see if maybe GCF has another idea. No off class though, but that's fine. You still have a good amount of time on the clock, so let's see what they decide to do. I mean, they were able to get Sax behind pretty quickly, but with so many people near Shutter, Fruit and Logan decided, let's just go kill this guy immediately, and they were able to do that before any shenanigans happened with the guy behind.
Yeah, it looks like Averted's going to be going cheese, maybe wanting to distract someone to send someone through choke onto the people fighting cheese. Maybe going to come up, cook up something else. And yeah, Sax just bombing through Shutter. And Fruit's going to be fighting that player. Unfortunately, it looks like Fruit got the better end of that. Bot mode cleaning up that frag. That's time ticking down. GCF doesn't have too much time left here. Fruit actually bombed in through Frog, is going behind. Wonder's trying to chase Quacks down, cleans that kill up, and that's going to be a reset.
Yeah, so GCF kind of went for exactly the same play. Get Sax behind Shutter, but again, Witness was wise to it. Tried to go behind Quacks as well, but again, not working out either side. Wonder just going to send it in. Not really getting too much damage. Habita's a bit weak, but not able to get a trade.
Divine's on like 10 HP. I'm not sure how that happened.
I guess Fruit bombed in.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Sax managed to live, which is good. They didn't want to go down 3 there. And again, GCF, they've been getting more and more aggressive, but it just hasn't been going their way. And actually, it's going to be Witness Gaming saying, we don't care, we're just walking in. Caps get all the way through. Bot mode took over the side of Tetris, and it's going to be GCF getting slowly pushed back here, but Witness Gaming thinks better of it, runs away.
Yeah, it's been a back and forth stalemate. Witness trying to take some space there, but the spawners, they kind of had to give it up. But they haven't really tested anything too dangerous from GCF on their second, when Witness on second here. So we'll have to see if something else comes. Looks like they're going to go for choke pressure this time instead of cheese. They have Sax getting behind. This time Sax gets behind for free, so this is really nice. Bot mode looking for him, but he's still going to try to land on Habita. The other soldier comes in.
Oh, dropped! Habita dropped!
And gets a kill as well. That's huge.
Yeah, 3 down, but I mean, you want scouts alive. You can just kind of sit here. If you get bombed, you'll probably be fine. If you get Uber forced off. Wait, they're getting disconnected, though. Divine does get forced in only 1 kill. That's definitely not what they wanted, but it might be good enough to take the point.
Yeah, with how low Caps and Fruit are, they're going to be able to take this for free. Quacks isn't behind, but they hear him and see him, so he's going to die late, but it will just be pretty much even Ubers. Oh and
my God.
Actually dies to Quacks. That's not ideal when you do is behind.
Yeah, the good thing for GCF is, you know, they're stuck on last. Even though it's a demo pick, do you really want to test that and push out?
And I think the answer is Logan is on a sentry gun, so no. They're not even looking to pressure really, so that's fine for for Witness. They're winning the game right now. They just need to hold last and then go back to mid, which have been in their favor more often than not. So they'll probably be okay with this result.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Witness Gaming is going to keep the hold they currently have, but it looks... Oh no, they are. Witness Gaming is mirroring the hold GCF was doing, it seems like, unless they keep Habita on the left. It seems like this left side medic spot might be a lot safer, but we'll have to see what Witness Gaming decides to do.
Yeah, GCF immediately looking to take lobby, just spotting up what the setup probably is right now. They've, Sax looking lower. Actually just bombs him while the gun is being upgraded to level 3.
And Ed runs through 2. Oh, that was super smart to go while the gun was, being upgraded. They almost got Habita. It seemed like Sax just couldn't land on Habita's head. Somehow got denied. Must have been a scout just hitting absolute meat from really far away.
Quack's gonna go for that high ball, but kind of unspotted from Ali. Gonna land on the scout, but it just dies. I mean, that's unfortunate. Scout was quite low there, but Fancy's gonna live. And now they can repressure, but you're right. So the hold is the demo on the right side here. They also have a sniper, but bot mode looks like he'll probably go... I guess he's just gonna go scout. That's fine. But the gun on point. Med on the right. Looks like, yeah, pretty much exactly the same thing GCF was doing, and it was exploited by Witness twice in a row with that left side pressure. So we'll see if they decide to do that same thing, I guess.
Yeah, as you said, Habana, the holds basically seem the same as each other. The difference is Witness Gaming puts the gun a little further forward, and Habana sometimes plays slightly further back, but I'm surprised to see both the teams having the same hold. For the past couple seasons, we've seen like teams have really disparate holds. It seems like teams might be converging towards this is the meta hold.
Right. Quad is on Sniper here, peeking down the left side from the attacking perspective. Just trying to spam the gun. You know, anyone peeks, the Sniper can potentially get a kill. But Quack's just spotting through the hole in the fence, kind of. And they know where the Sniper is at all times.
Oh, open this fence! Oh my god! Wonder, how do you do that? How does he get away with it? That's another medic drop, and that's going to be GCF. That's what they need. They need that to get back in this game.
Absolutely. I mean, that was insane. I mean, the gun just seemed to have no effect on him whatsoever. He just bombed in, got, I think, 3 rockets essentially off. The gun just couldn't track him, I guess. So, huge play from Wonder, and yeah, they have the chance now to just fully push in the last Witness getting their defensive setup. Now they have the gun on the left. Pretty normal. You know, probably look at a heavy once the push comes in. So, we'll see where GCF decides to go.
Yeah, in what world can that happen? Well, it can happen in Wonder's world, apparently. And now, this is the fruit of that. Uber
They
ad...
walk in! That's so smart.
Yeah, and they just get this early point time, forcing the soldiers to bomb in. Are they going to clean them up? They get one fruit. Tommyslav heavy on bot mode might be enough to stymie this. Even player frags, yeah, they just have to run away.
Yeah. I mean, they did such a good job walking through lower, not using. They used like on point, but they just couldn't focus down the frags. The soldiers just jumping around, you know, making it hard to die. Only one of them dying, and that was enough for the Tomislav to just get out there. And there's only 14 seconds, so they pretty much just have to push. The problem is if you die here, then you potentially give up seconds. But we'll see. I mean, it's full Uber for Hoda. They're not gonna win this, no matter what they do, pretty much.
Yeah, there's a Tomislav heavy. There's absolutely no chance.
So unfortunately, they kind of blow their opportunity there where they had the full ad. They didn't. I mean, they got very far, but they just couldn't clean up the frags. Kind of always the trouble on this map. Weren't able to get enough point time, and we reset to mid. They did win the last mid pretty decisively with Sax sitting up on this grassy ledge here and just spamming everyone in choke from Witness. So we'll have to see if maybe Witness are a bit more aware. Maybe you just need to pressure this guy a little bit, I think.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm on Sax's cam. I don't know how he's doing this, but I want some part of it. Seems
Really
like
he just walks up like nobody shoots at him.
Yeah, but no, he's getting bombed. They're bombing onto the side, the combo side of GCF, but those soldiers just get cleaned up. GCF did an excellent job baiting out that soldier aggression. Logan down as well. Bot mode's trying to salvage, but Divine is aware of what's happening, running away. Oh my god, bot mode just... What? Bot mode just killed everyone.
Unfortunately, everyone died behind him, but that was a huge... ends up being essentially a salvage for bot mode because they were losing that. Bot mode gets 2 kills, gets the med, and although Habada also dies, that's that's gonna be okay for the side of Witness. They're winning, so this is a fine result.
GCF played that perfectly, and it looked like they were gonna have full ad, and then bot mode just takes like 100 HP versus 185 and wins, and then kills the medic, and it's like, well, what can you do?
Early pressure on second from GCF. Sax dies for it though, but that's okay. I mean, you should still be able to hold this. I mean, they have cheese trapped, and that's exactly where Witness is trying to go. So this is not gonna, be easy to get through.
Yeah, Caps just pressuring it up in the cheese area. Fundamentally, though, Ubers are even. Witness Gaming knows they can't do anything too crazy, and they just back away. They say, it's 2-1. GCF, you had full ad. You couldn't win. They're going to make GCF have to do the plays because I think Witness Gaming is confident in just letting GCF try to make mistakes.
Yeah, so, the only thing that's really messed up their second defense is the time Sax actually got behind and was able to live. When he got behind and he was immediately fought, no problems at all for Witness. But when he got through Shutter that one time, he got all the way to Valley, they dropped Habada with the Devil Soldier attack. And so that's the only thing that's worked super well so far. They're pressuring Choke a little bit, pressuring Cheese a little bit. Just looking for a kill here, but nothing doing. Actually, Caps just bombs in to force them out there. And they'll reset and, maybe try a different door here. Looks like Choke, maybe?
Yeah, that sounds like a reasonable idea, but they're probably still talking about it. Nope, there it is. Cheese, pressuring Cheese, and Sax looked like he wanted to jump behind, but actually just finding Quacks. What a great rocket. Wonder bombing in through choke. Look at the damage. And
not able to clean it up, but yeah, that was a good play. I mean, Quad just ran in and two-shot Quacks, and then this guy jumping in from choke. Sax hiding? Hiding? Sax? Gets the force. Yeah, gets the force. He was hiding in the corner there. But Averna's gonna die, so this is not really even that good, to be honest. They will get 2 spawners before the point is capped, so that's okay. But in the end, it's basically just gonna be a 6v4 on second. They will have full ad though, so that is the saving grace for GCF here.
yeah, Witness Gaming decides they don't want to let them push. They just want to pressure. Caps is alone in choke. I guess he just feels very confident. Witness Gaming are playing very aggressive here. They look like they want to go for a back cap. They got the spot on Cheese. They're
Look
sending
at
the combo.
everyone's Frog.
Yeah, Frog. They're just buying time. GCF actually doesn't respect that flank potential and just goes through Cheese. Very bold of them, but it seems like it's going to work out for them because Witness Gaming backed up.
Yeah, still 2 towards Frog. Logan gonna be caught. I mean, he might be able to do something here. Quack's gonna go down. Logan very weak. Probably will die. No, it looks like he'll actually get out. The low players on GCF means that they're just gonna take a second to get in here. And, I mean, Hubita's coming up on Uber, but this would be probably an ill-advised Uber with Quacks being dead. He will spawn before they cap, though, so it's potentially tradable, and Bobo looks like he wants to stay in here. Averted very hurt as well. Sax hurt. The health not great on the side of GCF, and Witness just say, no, we're coming back in. You didn't want to use your Uber earlier? Well, it's too late now because you're down 3 players, and they end up being forced to last. So really, really good fight from Witness. They're just showing some threats, slowing down the side of GCF until they got their Uber, and once they had Uber, they felt confident to just walk forward, take the space, and now they're on their own last, RGCF.
Yeah, as you said, Witness Gaming all the way in. Uber has not even been popped. And look at the cap time. No, Logan almost just capped it himself. Quack spawning onto the point. Uber came out, and Fruit is going to fall, so maybe GCF can get the compensation force out. It's going to be Witness Gaming's Caps trying to run away, but Caps is not, no way he lives. There's no way. And
nope, not this time. Yeah. And Helmeta's weak as well. He's separated from his scout, but yeah, drops bot mode. Okay, the reinforcements are on the way, but you drop bot mode and Caps.
Yeah, but Fancy Sun might get cleaned up. Yeah. I think it's stabilized.
Yeah, just about stabilized, but they are
Wonder.
Oh, Wonder's been walking. Actually, this turns out okay for Witness. They're going to take second for free. They're going to have ad for last even, so that worked out just about in the end.
Yeah, GCF, once they killed Caps, they had to think they had a chance of forcing, but apparently they didn't and should have backed up, but it was really hard to tell, I'm sure, from their perspective. It's going to be Witness Gaming just walking through, popping very late, sentry gun down, Caps bombing to the right side. Look at this collapse on the point. Tomislav isn't even able to rev up, and GCF, though, get Uber in time.
Oh, I may actually get a lot of kills here. Caps potentially caught a nice strafe into the right side. Actually live. So, gonna be hard to potentially push anything else out of this with only 1 player advantage here, and the spawn's soon to come up. So you might just be stuck on last here, but they are fighting aggressively. They get Caps. Caps a bit overextended in the corner, trying to go through lobby. But there's like 3 explosives here. That's not going to be good. And they get 2 more kills. Bot mode, Caps going down. Soldiers are spawners, so they're going to be able to take this for free. And this is actually working out quite decently for GCF.
Yeah, they might be able to deny Caps, and they do. They could try to take this point. Unfortunately, they probably don't have an exact idea as to the Ubers. Maybe they... Oh, they have 90 and they're still trying to go. Hopefully they don't get Ubered on here. Wonder leading the charge by playing on Tetris. But it looks like Divine actually walked through choke. Divine's down to like 3 HP. Divine has no one to heal. Uber comes out. That's GCF's medic going down. They must have thought they had slightly different Uber percentages.
Yeah, I think Witness made a really good play. They moved behind the pillar to the left, so they kind of surprise GCF because GCF doesn't see anything, and all of a sudden the Uber's coming in from your left side, chasing them into choke, and Divine was caught. And now they get a chance to push into last again with that ad. Backcap attempt from Sax, but he's just caught behind. Would do well to trade here. Now he's just 20 health on the wrong side of the map. This is even worse, I think, for him than just dying. He will be really far out of the fight here.
Yeah, he's trying to collect health packs, and actually... they're sending Fruit and Logan behind for him. Very surprising.
I guess they just look while they are building and like if you can kill him, sure, but they can't. So they're gonna go with this, but now Sax is kind of in play. He's a bit far back, but still will have some impact potentially.
Yeah, as you said, Uber comes out. On point is bot mode, actually not getting point time, just playing very solid. Wonder Bomb distracting, getting into spawn, but there's no soldiers to block the point. Saxophone coming in just in time, gets cleaned up immediately though. Fancy Sun on Tomislav, there's no way they lose this. Averted is healthy, no one is really getting caught out on GCF, and that's going to be a last hold.
Yeah, really nice hold again. Yeah, that when that Punis can come out, that's really huge. There wasn't enough early cap time to really force anyone to die for the point, so the heavy comes out and just tanks everything, gets, you know, positioned up, and now they have had to push out last year. It's not a huge ad though, because that push took so long. It's only 40 ad here. Enough to maybe take second, but nothing more.
Yeah, look at this. Divine not having to pop Uber. Witness Gaming being really aggressive. Soldier bombing in through choke. Catch that player out. Get an advantage, but they're not able to. They might be trying to push, but again, GCF is not... They do get the demo though.
I mean, Hubbards gonna have Uber, but 2 kills and including a demo, that's perfectly fine. You are absolutely happy with that on the side of GCF. They took that slight ad. Caps playing so aggressive and gets caught for it. They will have ad, but they're gonna get denied. So there's every potential to pressure on the second here with the 2 kills.
Yeah, and no demo means the chase is going to be pretty hard, so GCF can be pretty aggressive right now, sending their soldier in through cheese, almost getting on the medic. Wonder bombing in through the choke side, trying to land on the medic, but Logan just doesn't miss. Oh my god, how about forces though? Doesn't want to drop again.
Yeah. I mean, that's actually fine. Like, the rest of GCF is so far out, they're not going to get any kill. Maybe Sax will die. Looks like he just about gets out. Nice jump away, and yeah, that's exactly what they need. They now have 60 ad, 50 ad maybe, and only losing 1 soldier, they're gonna be able to hold second. You know, Witness can't do the same thing back to them because they have enough players. They have a demo to hold the doors, and now decide where they want to go. It looks like maybe Frog is the door of choice, although it is trapped, so that might not be ideal. Oh, they go choke.
Yeah, classic leapfrog situation, as Seabear would say.
Oh my god.
Fruit going down, Logan going down, and the Uber's not even popped out. They might be able to take 2 off of this and shove Witness Gaming back onto their last.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're going to deny these 2 for sure. You know, Fruit just did that high bump, so that's the only soldier. Or sorry, it was Quacks. Fruit's dead. Bot mode does come out of Shutter, but he's now isolated. They use on him. And
Yeah,
actually not...
Define's holding it.
Yeah, he's holding it for so long. They're trying to shoot
him. No!
Oh,
Both players dropped. Maybe it's the 2 a.m. time getting to him. Ed trying to hold it down and choke, but what can 1 scout do against 6 people? And GCF crumbles behind that.
Yeah, that's one of the situations where it's like you don't want to use because like you already dropped a player for the force. You're like, oh, if we use now, it'll be, you know, we're down players, but then you just drop everyone and then die as well. So now it's just going to be a last hold, and it is Manny overtime now, so this is going to be again for the map and for the match to get into the upper bracket final. So this is one last push to convert that, so we'll have to see. But the hold has been pretty decent for GCF. The Punis doing its job. They're not able to get a lot of cap time. Very hard to get cap time on this point. It's just so easy to spam. But we'll see what Witness decides to do here.
I'm sure Divine saw the opportunity to take that Uber into last, but now it's reversed. Uber coming into his own last. Caps popping it out. And oh my, wait, what the hell? Caps just dies? He just dies?
Yeah. Well, Hubbards went to the right side of the fence, and Caps went on the left. He got unflashed, and the gun and the soldier just kill him. And nobody else from Witness was even that close to being in. Now the Push is just going to kill your soldiers.
The point time, Ed on point, but Uber came out, Fruit jumping away, and it's going to be slight ad for Hubbards. I'm going to be honest, I don't know what's happening right now. Slight ad for Witness Gaming, though. GCF holding last.
Yeah, it's honestly not the worst result. That refight from Witness was really nice. The heavy, you know, was very strong, but had to shoot that soldier, so then everyone else can still get in while the heavy is you know, only shooting that one guy. But yeah, it's gonna be, you know, 30 ad. That's definitely pushable. They have Logan on Spy though, which tells me it looks like they might want to just go slow here.
Yeah, you have to feel bad for the East Coasters. It's 2 a.m. right now. I'm sure that's weighing on them. They've been playing TF2 for what, 5 hours now? Logan's on Spy. Oh no. These plays are either going to go really well or really bad. Quacks is spamming the gun. You might see a classic Sentry sap into a demo sack. Wonder's trying to hold 3 doors by himself. GCF's got to push forward a bit here and get
This
on
is
these
a good
doors.
spy timing though. They won't be able to spy check because they were worried about the disads, or they were, playing back. And Logan under,
Oh,
close,
no.
on Divine, but Divine. Okay, well, Ando's just being a 3-man, so it doesn't drop to the knife, which is good. But actually, Quacks gets out, so yeah, Enzo's just being a 3-man rather than a 4-man. They can take second, but it will be ad.
They have to take second. Oh,
but
no.
Sax dies, and no, they can't anymore. The opportunity has been lost. And
You are
Wonder might die.
Yeah, fighting in Valley, bot mode might be overextending, but I think it's GCF that's going to get... Oh, Uber out!
Used, okay.
Yeah, but they're going to have one player advantage coming into last. GCF needs a Pudis or something. Is Witness Gaming even going to try to push? Yeah, now they are coming in through the right side.
No locking the doors at all. Spam for the pipes, though.
Yeah, Sax, I guess they're just banking on the heavy. Why lock the door when you just have Poot?
Poot, very strong, very fat, killing the soldier immediately. The other soldier bombs in, does kill him, but at the cost of a lot of health. Fruit's like 20 health, you're gonna die the stick on point, and this should be a hold.
Yeah, Wonder surviving on 1 HP.
Oh my god.
Wonder's dream coming true. I mean, this is just the game that keeps giving. Divine's on 139 points in shout out Banny Config.
Yeah, and there's gonna be really no advantage. They're 20 ad at the most. They're not gonna be pushing out here. There's only 1 minute though. You'd favor GCF to get this to another mid, at the very least here with only a minute on the clock.
Yeah, as you said, Fruit playing on right. It looks like there's going to be pressure through left as Quacks just jumps through, gets denied. Fruit through lower, getting onto Saxophone. That's going to be an even trade right now. Caps is sacking.
Oh,
that's
going to
be
4.
Yeah, Uber forced. It's a 4-man.
4-man, but you get 2 kills, so that's honestly acceptable. But the problem here is there's 30 seconds. You don't really want to push out. But you might, well, you can do it.
You don't want to hold last without, you want to try to get a force. Oh, bot mode's just taking,
holy bot, that is insane. That is absolutely psycho.
Yeah, but they cap second and get a kill. If they're able to collapse, this is going to go very well. And it's going to be Hubba caught out. Bot mode as well, almost dying. Bot mode versus Quad. Who wins? Quad wins it out. Caps coming in through Cheese gets cleaned up for 45 health, and GCF holding on by the skin of their teeth. Oh my god. This is like the 4th time we thought GCF was just over, and they're holding mid now.
Bot mode, I think he has people on his team trying to go to bed because he Ubered into Shutter to try to back cap last. Didn't work out. It was close, but not in the end. They get 2 denies, and they have massive ads, so this should be a free push. Logan on Sniper though in the forward, not peeking at all. He's waiting to buy his time here. Maybe kill someone on point.
Oh wait, Quacks is caught out. Wonder doesn't care. How do you kill a soldier and live? But hey, Wonder's world. Logan's in the forward spawn on Sniper. Oh my god, he might kill Quad. Quad gets body shot, but now they know there's a sniper.
He knows, yes. But the ad is still there. They can keep going right now, and they're gonna walk it in.
I have a foreshadow. No, I don't. Fancy Sun running in, getting flashed. The gun is down, and it looks like Quacks goes down.
The other soldier in the air, Fruit.
Yeah, those soldiers down, and Sax is bombing. That's Uber gets out, but it's to a 6v3.
Quad living so long too. He's gonna die, but the collapse now from Sax on the point. They're gonna instant give Hubba, and now you just play the point.
Yeah,
those splitters, but not in time.
Oh my god, GCF. It's GCF's world. They're 4th seed against 1st seed. This is going to be the first time in a very, very long time where the 4th seed upsets the 1st seed.
Yeah, and they're, next round is going to win the match. So good from GCF. They never gave up. They were on their last, like 3 or 4 times in that last round. Never gave up, even if it was just sad. Held it, pushed them back to last, and once they had that one opportunity, they took it. So 1 mid, this could be absolutely critical for who will take this match.
Yeah, Season 10, Melee's Flow, ESEA Season 10, they beat the 1st seed as 4th seed. Or they lost as the 1st seed. I think Banny beat them. Yeah, GCF playing their standard mid. Witness Gaming sending this nuclear bomb all the way across point, and it's going to be averted getting caught out. Fruit going behind, but when all is said and done, if Fruit goes down, yeah, it's a 6v, it's a 5v4. Ed running across the point. And I think that's going to be GCF's mid. They're taking the 5th mid fight, I think this is. I guess we had a round reset, so the 6th.
Yeah, I think it's 6. And yeah, they're really treating these mids around. I think they're just getting better spam. Like every mid, Hubba is very, very hurt at the start of mid, forced to back up into the corner, and that gives GCF more space. And yes, they double bomb, but they just absorb it. They kill the 2 soldiers, there was no backup. And now Wonder going in, doesn't really get too much damage on Hubba, but it was a good attempt. Kind of landed on the med, but not able to get the rocket off. And we're back into the stalemate, but GCF has been okay with this stalemate. They've been able to make some plays here.
Yeah, Fruit bombing in through cheese. Oh my god, is he on the medic? No, he fades. Logan running in. Witness Gaming is disrespecting this hold. They do not care that they're pushing into mid. They just walk in, kill the roamer. How can they get away with it? Logan just walks in through the other door. No one's holding anything. GCF, they better run away because I have a feeling this is going to go bad for them if they stay in.
Yeah, down a player, no space, bad positioning. They do get a kill. Okay, trades come out. I mean, that's just going to favor the side of Witness because they already had 4 players to begin with. Unless Logan loses that fight, but you know, he wins against Fancy. And now you're considering potentially even losing second because you only have 2 soldiers alive. Everyone else is going to get denied. I mean, 2 soldiers is not the classes you want to hold this point against scouts in a demo. So they're gonna try to hold it. Maybe you take a soldier trade here in Frog, but nice movement from Witness. They go top Frog, back up, go the other Frog door, and they get in for free. Sax caught in Frog alone. He has to jump out here. Really good damage though.
Yeah, Ed knows about the damage. He wants to take an aggressive exchange, but it's gonna be a disaster. It just gets popped out now. Ed's going behind. Fortunately, no one in GCF got caught out there. And actually on the back,
skip bot mode.
Yeah, no, demo, Fancy Son got the demo. Ed's back in through cheese, almost getting it, but it looks like the collapse was mistimed. Saxophone is only now getting in, but I think the opportunity's been lost. Actually, GCF doesn't think so. Averted just stock pipes Logan. Sax kills Fruit. Bot mode trades out for Saxophone, but GCF, I mean, they're just holding on every time.
Yeah, and because Witness didn't cap the point, the spawns are so far away for them. This fight is going to be really hard for them to stay with long term, so they're going to have to back up, and it just ends up evening out. But actually, Divine has something like 25. I'm not sure if you really should know. I guess he used quite a bit earlier, but 25 seems a bit much for how those Ubers were traded. So they probably are not going to go off of this unless they had some solemn bow information here.
Yeah, as you said, even Uber's GCF, I feel good about my prediction. I said 2-0, but you know, maybe GCF can still pull it out.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been close all game.
Oh, look at the
bombing
bomb.
onto Averted.
Oh
actually
no.
does get him with the support, but
Frog through Frog. Quacks is bombing in.
Divine's
Uber
gonna
comes
have
out.
to use potentially getting the force at least, but Divine's quite low. Pack was left for him in lobby very nicely by his teammates, and honestly, this is refightable because they still have the cap. They have a guy behind quad in cheese right now. Gonna go end up behind the players. Okay, just dies. Yeah.
Actually, oh, I spoke too soon. Sax just bombed in, killed bot mode, almost killed Caps. Maybe, oh, that could have gone slightly better, but they can't be unhappy with that. They might be able to fight.
And they are fighting, absolutely. They know that Cass was hurt. He wasn't able to hold any doors. Logan just dies to a trap, trying to go to last. Really smart from Averted. Averted playing the goalie wash style demo here. He's just holding the shutter door, so they can't. And they're gonna get to cap back for free. Really nice refight from GCF.
Yeah, this, as Seabear said, this is the leapfrog game. One team caps, the other team says, no, we're taking that back. And it just goes on and on until there's a mistake. And the mistake, this game has been GCF trying to push mid pretty much every time it's gone badly. Saxophone goes down, Averted not dying this time. And this time GCF seems to have figured it out. It did not go badly this time. They're up 2 frags.
Yeah, and down a soldier for Witness. The spam is going to be a little bit more limited. The Ubers aren't even, but yeah, 2 kills. They're going to just shove through the cheese door, getting a soldier in, but Wonder is just too hurt. And, you know, it was a good attempt, but they chose the wrong door. The door that the demo was holding going to be in that. You know, you're going to have to just reset on second and heal up again.
Fruit is in on the medic's head. Misses 1 rocket, so that force is not going to come out. GCF... again, just on their second. Those sacks are dangerous. You can see, I mean, Fruit got, I think, a little further in than he should have been able to. Either way, counter sack by Sax coming out, hitting 0 rockets onto Hubada.
Yeah, quite a bit hurt, but it's just going to be sack for sack, tit for tat, just waiting for something to happen here. But now, bot mode identifying that cheese is a bit weak, but now he's a bit caught in. He's going to just clear the stickies and probably be able to get his team behind that push. But Frog, yeah, Quacks is there. He has to back up. He was spotted, I guess. But the cheese dry is well and truly on here from Witness. They're taking space. Nobody is there to really deny. Quacks pressuring from Frog. This is really good pressure.
Yeah, man.
But in the end, just Fruit dies.
Wonder traded out, but Sax might be going down. GCF is definitely getting the worst end of this. Quad wants to stay in. I don't think they can. They have to just go back to last and avert its cut. That's not what GCF needs here. Witness Gaming might just flood through. GCF needs to get a better trade here. They cannot get forced. Quacks bombing in through the left side. Force comes out. They need Hubba to use. Yes, that happens. And let's see how this goes. Botmo just standing on the point, backs off of it as the Uber's ending. Sax bombing onto top left. Wonder bombing onto top right. And Quacks is going to be the first to fall. Tommy Slop out. It's saved. Fancy Sun knows exactly what to do.
When in doubt, go heavy, go Tomislav, and just walk out of the spawn and start revving.
Yeah, and it looks like Wonder chasing it into choke. Sax
so weak, but no.
Yeah, oh no, there's no way Sax dies here. That chase by Wonder. I see why he did it, but it's very unfortunate that he died. Witness Gaming's just gonna dry in. Fruit is going behind. Quacks goes down. Fruit's behind.
Bombed in. This is chaos, absolute chaos, but they have the guy behind, which always helps for the chaos. Able to collapse a lot of weak players on the side of GCF here. Witness has so much space. Every time they want to dry into second, they're able to do it pretty much, it seems like. But yeah. GCF not giving it up yet. The Uber comes in. 98%. Divine dead. 99%. Doesn't get the Uber. And this might just be GG's only. The collapse will come in. But no, everyone's dead. They have a capper. Only Sax up. 12 seconds on most of your spawn. Sax has to go for the deny, but I guess he doesn't. Not in time. And it comes down to 2% of your Uber charge.
3 maps. Witness Gaming winning the series by 2 total rounds across all maps. I mean, this was first seed versus 4th seed, but GCF put up the fight of a lifetime. Man, they really did a good job there. Unfortunately, it's kind of heartbreaking to see it not go their way.
Yeah, especially the way it does, losing because your med had like 5% fake disad and then, you know, dying at 98%. They're so unlucky. But in the end, Witness do just enough, and I mean just enough, because GCF were on that game every chance. You know, it looked like they could potentially win it, but in the end, just not enough, and that's unfortunate. But to be honest, it's double elimination, right? So going through the rest of the playoffs, like GCF definitely are a force to be reckoned with. I think a lot of teams will be looking at the performance and saying, "Wow, you know, that's not something to be trifled with."
Yeah. Even Froyo and the Darkest Nights would have struggled to put up this much of a performance. So I mean, it's just really good job by them. And what do you think, Hami, about MVPs for both teams?
I think I gotta say, for the side of from Witness, I would say Bot Mode. I think he won them. Sunshine, you know, he was top fragger there, and I think this map, I haven't seen the log quite yet, but I think he had a lot of impact. He was, you know, taking the Ubers, he was making the big plays, and I think that was a big thing. So I would say Bot Mode for the side of Witness for sure.
Yeah, for this game, it seemed like Saxophone wasn't having the impact he was having as he was on, I don't even remember what, it was Process.
Yeah.
But just looking at the logs, I didn't realize how much Fancy Sun was doing. 43 and 14, 271 DPM. Fancy Sun was holding it down for his team, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's an insane one. I mean, Botman, I guess, went 46 and 19, but honestly, 43 and 14, insane log. Scout DPM also pretty high. Caps also top DPM in the server by a large margin, 320 DPM. Kind of diffing averted 206 DPM. Caps 320. That's a pretty big difference. So that, you know, that's pretty crucial. And yeah, I mean, still extremely close game. The kills almost even. A few more drops on the side of Divine, I guess, but nothing serious, I don't think. It was just, you know, very, very narrow margins.
Yeah, I want to look at the med stats. How about 3 drops, but does it matter? Still had more Ubers. I mean, not sure how much we can get away from the logs fully, but yeah, that was a close game. That's all I got.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a close series overall. I think, yeah, not many people would have expected Witness to, or sorry, GCF to put up such a fight, but it was, you know, down to the wire. Both teams had opportunities to push last, so really, really good game, and, you know, well played to both teams.
Okay, shout outs. Shout out to Marmaloo for being the first one to rate us tonight. And shout out to my team, Ninjago, Div 1.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to siyo obviously for bringing the production in last second, getting this going. Shout out to you, Delta, for a fun cast, and yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Was a really good game, so that's awesome.